did the opposite, just being young and stupid. I haven't been all that you could have hoped for, but if you'd held on a little longer, you'd have had more reasons to be proud. So many questions, but I'm talking to myself. I know that you can't hear me anymore, not anymore. So much to tell you, and most of all the fact that I know that you can't hear me anymore. It's so loud inside my head with words that I should have said as I drown in my regrets. I can't take back the words. The longer I stand here, the louder the silence. I know that you're gone, but sometimes I swear that I hear your voice where the wind blows. So I talk to the shadows, hoping you might be listening, 'cause I want you to know it's so loud inside my head with words that I should have said as I drown in my regrets. I can't take back the word I never said, never said. I can't take back the words I never said, never said. I can't take back the words I never said.
And as Frost just told us, we are live. Hi, everybody, and welcome back to the OCCWT of 2022. We had a bit of a break just now, of 2 to 3 hours-ish. Now we are back, and we're going to look at some more matches today. There's plenty to come, as you can see in the right row of your screen, upcoming matches. Firstly, we're going to take a look at Thailand versus the Netherlands, and I'm here joined with Nelly. We're going to take you through the match. How are you doing, Nelly?
I'm fine. I gotta cast only one match though, but I mean, we'll see in Showcase.
Yeah, you might just end up there. I'm glad that I don't need to do those showcases. Those are really tough. So. Over here, you can just scream whenever something happens, and everybody's pretty pleased at that. So I'm glad. But yeah, Thailand versus the Netherlands. Honestly, I'll be very honest here. I haven't really looked too many matches of last week. So I only know that this is like the losers bracket, and I know my boys because they're from my own country, the Netherlands, that is. And then there's Thailand. Nelly, what is your prediction on this one?
Dachi's popping off, Sarn.
They are? Okay. It seems that the crowd also believes about the same. Looking at the predictions on Twitch, it seems that Thailand got like 3.1k bits. And then on the other hand, Netherlands with 47,000. Quite a lot indeed. So I'll just go with the populist opinion here, and I'll agree to the fact that the Netherlands might just very likely win this one. And I would be happy to see so indeed. We have already picked a map, it seems. And that is gonna be Hidden 1, am I correct?
Yeah, Netherlands banned Hidden 1 and Thailand banned Double Time 2.
Oh, those were the bans, obviously. Yeah, they haven't picked yet. I was a little confused because I saw the flash on the hidden map there. It like flashed. So I was a little confused, but that doesn't really matter. We'll see their pick. And look, they've noticed that I'm casting their match, but yeah, not going to be biased here, obviously. I wish both teams a lot of luck. May the best win. I'm really looking forward to how this is going to go off right here. Thailand versus the Netherlands.
I don't know either. Though Netherlands already starting with a little bit faster than usual. It's going to be Double Time 1.
Alrighty. Shoelaces. A map by Auto Fanboy. Love to see it. Love to see it.
FB gang.
Yeah, he's been in this game for so long by now. Absolutely ridiculous.
Still here forever.
Will he? Maybe.
Yeah,
I mean,
a little bit breaks.
Yeah, I mean, AFB seems like the type of dude who could actually quit the game, but that is taboo, so don't. But yeah, Double Time. AR 8.3. It's a fairly regular length map with Double Time applied. I assume it's gonna go down to 2 minutes-ish. I'm not sure if it's like 3 minutes with Double Time. Not too long either way.
Yeah, the AR is pretty comfortable on this map. I bet all players gotta read it comfortably, though I'm not entirely sure Thailand, except for one player is Azuria. The rest are, well, their ranking's not so good. At least look at very first glance, but I hope I'll be wrong.
Could very well be indeed. In our prediction stream, I think we actually thought Thailand was like fine for the most part. So, considering the difficulty of the map pool here, looking at the fact that this map has a star rating of 3.33, which is obviously going to increase once you apply Double Time, it shouldn't be too difficult for anybody at this stage, for any team really. So,
it's around.
No, come again. Sorry.
Well, with Double Time, it's around 5 stars, but you still need to like mash a little bit more keys than your usual Double Time app. It's not like Platter or anything. It's kind of close to Rain, but it's not.
Yeah, the AR isn't too tough anyway. I'm pretty sure that most people are comfortable reading 9.9 at this stage. OC has evolved a lot in the past few years. So
yeah, there's been a time. Yeah, there's been a time where Platters were still around, and we're slowly getting rid of them.
Yeah, imagine those semifinals Platters. It's been a while since we've done that. Good riddance, anyway.
This was, but
well, there you go. Alrighty, seems we're getting started with the first map. Everybody's loading in hidden picks for everybody on the team of Thailand, and on the other hand, we only have Chatty with hidden for the Netherlands. First up, a spinner. Seems that the Netherlands is going to take that one, and already there's some early misses there for Charon. We're going to wait and see what are the developments will happen right here.
Yeah, so he missed the entire slider. Prince also gonna follow after Charon's very early miss.
And Charon's gonna follow that up with a couple of misses there. Again, 3 misses over on his side. Chatty's the first to miss on the team of the Netherlands. Charon with more misses doesn't really seem to be able to build any sort of combo right about now. Meaning that his score is lacking a lot compared to some other people with their full combos, such as Azuria or Woopap or Kev. Yeah, and just doesn't seem to find the rhythm at all. More misses there for both teams, Netherlands and Thailand, both missing there for Murims and Chatty, and that's going to balance out with Charon really being the bottleneck here for Thailand.
Yeah, it's only 1 versus 2 full combos. Azuria from Thailand's side and Woopamp and Kev with Netherlands side. Seems like Charon's having a really difficult time playing this map. Soon there's no kind of replacements whatsoever. And Members, although he's doing fairly really good compared to Charon, it's still not enough, unfortunately.
I mean, they're pretty similar in score right about now. So even though Miriams doesn't really miss us often, his misses are very unfortunate most of the time. Lots of misses incoming now from both Woodpap, Azuria, Chatty. Charon and Miriams actually building up the combo in that seemingly harder part. Kev, the only one left with a full combo, and that it is a double S whilst we are talking about it. Azuria there with another miss, and it seems that the Netherlands is running away with the score by now. 200,000 points of difference. Doesn't really seem that Thailand is able to make that up at the end of the map.
Yeah, the score difference is really huge. There's no kind of chance for Thailand to get some kind of redemption unless everyone remains AFK. But the map's closing in, so the first point goes to Netherlands, unfortunately.
Well, unfortunately, I mean, I'm pretty happy about that one, right? So,
well, you're happy. Maybe for
Thailand
wasn't.
Yeah, I assume Thailand definitely isn't too pleased about that performance. Very consistent misses for the most part over there. Despite the fact that Miriam seemed a lot more consistent than Charon, his score, despite halving the misses of Charon, isn't really that much greater. Only by 44,000 points. Azuria there with a 938,000. That was a pretty decent score, but Woodpam and Kev definitely outplaying most of the lobby there, both upping the 1 million mark. And that's the first one for the Netherlands.
Yeah, and only Chatty with around 900k.
Alrighty, Thailand now next to pick, so not sure what kind of strategy they'll be able to use against the Netherlands. I wouldn't say that any of their mods aren't particularly better than those on the Netherlands side, so perhaps a safer no more pick would be the way to go for them, but that's up to them.
Yeah, they can gotta go risky with an a lot unless they want to show off their fight. Then they're probably gonna try with mixed mod, but I'm not so sure because Hidden One was going to be the most viable pick for Thailand, which was banned anyway.
Yeah, it's a nice addition to see mixed mod in here as well. New this CWC, we haven't seen it before, and some teams can really make use of that strategy. I definitely assume that teams like the USA or South Korea can make really good use of that mod pool. Definitely towards the later stages when the maps get really quirky. For now, I assume everybody is able to keep up with the pace for the most part on those maps.
Yeah, there's nothing going too much, so we're gonna wait for the pick.
Yeah, Leo's getting a little impatient already. They are not free. A map by Mir, so that's going to be a convert. And indeed, as I suggested, it's going to be a bit of a safe pick here for Thailand. Probably not too keen on playing mods against the Netherlands, considering their previous performance on the double time pick doesn't really bode too well for the remainder of the match when it comes down to mods. I think Netherlands is going to be able to pick up a lot of points on those other mods as well, such as Hard Rock. Maybe not too many on Hidden, but maybe they are better than I would expect, but I don't see a lot of really good Hidden players in the Netherlands team. Fantastic song, though.
Yeah, actually the whole map was banger with songs. Happy about that.
Thank you, map pickers. You're great. It's always a nice addition. I mean, you shouldn't be picking maps because the song is good, but if you are able to get good songs and good maps in a combination of forms, then you're doing pretty great. We're seeing a swap there for Thailand. Harlem Shake 555 coming in, and it seems that one of the Dutch members also gonna head out, not being Kev Kev.
Yeah, I didn't expect that name to pop off.
Come again?
I didn't expect to see Harlem Shake 555 name to pop off.
I love that name though. That's such a funny name, Harlem Shake 555.
That's the point.
It really pops off, yeah. It really does.
Christian's gonna come in
Melly,
for
I agree. I'm
Netherlands.
so sorry for not saying that explicitly. I definitely agree with you. Kristen coming in for the Netherlands. Okay.
Three versus 4.
Yeah, I just
Interesting.
wanted to mention they're probably still getting the lobby ready. Not entirely sure what kind of composition the Netherlands will be playing with, but I assume that Kristen is there to just stay. And Azuria is being questioned by Harlem Shake whether they will be playing this map too. Oh, and Azuria seems to be stuck right there. Okay, so Miriam's is coming back into the lobby. So Azuria is going to be swapped out by Harlem Shake. Miriam's back into the lobby. And then for the Netherlands, we have Kev Kiev swapped out for Kristen. And this fairly lengthy no more pick. It's almost 4 minutes. You're going to need a bit of concentration there.
Yeah, maybe that's why Kev doesn't really see to pop off in this map, which is a little bit weird considering that he used to play a lot of convert maps.
Oh yeah, Kev Kev is definitely a person who I would put in my team on a map like this. Kev Kev is one of the most convert active players in the Netherlands, but Netherlands has a better strategy, I assume. I'm not part of the team any longer. I can only spectate, and that's fine. I'm really enjoying it already. Anyway, second map of the match. Thailand's pick here on overtime. Bit of a long intro. Somebody feels like bobbing their head for a little bit, not skipping that one.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Took a little bit longer, but yeah. Here we go.
Nasty jumps already. I mean, not like really, really difficult, but not the easiest I've seen in a round of 16.
Yeah, they're not exactly nasty, but it requires a little bit more focus than ever. Only Shake's gotta find the first miss from Thailand's side.
Correct. Netherlands still with a triple SS. Actually, no, Kristen already had a bit of an accuracy drop, a couple even.
Well,
And another
Chara
miss
missed
there
it.
for- Ooh,
the
yeah,
slider
Miriam
end.
too. Okay, so
We already
Thailand-
have 3 FCs from the Netherlands.
Yeah, and Thailand can see that too. They know that they're trailing by a lot there. All 3 players having missed, and I'm pretty sure that none of them are at the 200 combo mark. They're trying to get their way there now. But in the meantime, Netherlands is just going to get full points all the time, except for the fact that Kristen now has missed twice in a row. Chatty and Whoopamp, however, still going very strong here. Never mind me, Whoopamp there with a miss as well. Giving Thailand the combo advantage. Actually, another miss there for Whoopamp is going to get the scores a little closer. But Harlem Shake is going to ruin that story right there, missing himself.
It seems like the Netherlands is struggling with the mid map over there. They can't really gain any more advantage than this. Though Harlem Shakes finds a miss here, so... And Memories also. So the score shifts it back to Netherlands as well, although 2 misses coming from Netherlands.
Oh, another big
Never mind,
miss
a
for
full
Whoopamp.
miss.
So Charon is actually able to capitalize a lot on this with his 480 combo already. Combo
Well,
definitely
they had-
higher on the end of Thailand.
If only each Thailand member had 200 combo, the score would have tied indefinitely.
I'm pretty sure Thailand's going to be able to get the score back into their favor at this rate.
If they'll keep their consistency, then yes.
Yeah, or if Netherlands plays worse, and it seems to happen, Whoop-Hamp and Chatty both missing. Charon, the only one missing there for Thailand, but Miriam is also going to miss Whoop-Hamp. They've equaled out. Kristen, however, one very important component to the score here is going to miss 2. Thailand back into the lead. Harlem Shake 5-5-5, the only one with a combo over the 200 mark. And it seems that Thailand is going to be able to run away with the score right at the end. Miriam's, however, with another miss. It's got to slow down progress a little bit.
There's at least one slider that is really nasty to hit. It's a 181. It's coming in a little bit later. Let's see if they won't get to choke that one.
Yeah, very curious about that. It seems that Kristen and Harlem Shake both missed, and that's kind of it so far. So that equals out, but that means Thailand's going to be able to take it as all 3 plays on the Netherlands miss. Charon and Miriam still holding on to a combo over the 200 mark. And that's going to bolster the score by a lot, even though they don't really even need it. That's a point for Thailand right there.
Yeah, their pick worked. The consistency is key. It seems like that Netherlands struggled with it, at least for 2 players there. Yeah, even the Viscount are much better than Netherlands, collective-wise.
Correct, yeah. They really dropped off in terms of their performance towards the end. Netherlands, that is, and Thailand made well use of that. And there's your first point, Thailand, indeed. So that's going to level the score. Netherlands next to pick, and I'm assuming that they're just going to go for another mod pick right now. The previous one seemed to work quite well in double time. I assume that the next one might just very well be Hard Rock.
Yeah, I mean, after witnessing that, I don't think they're going to try no mod, not even close. Here are 3 chatted picks. It's a convert hidden map, which is also a streamy one.
Anima. We see this song in many forms, many maps right now in the convert hidden brackets at AR 9.3. So, who do you actually think has the upper edge on hidden? Thailand or the Netherlands? Social distance seems to be going into the Thailand team right about now. I'm not sure who's going to be sorted out there.
Again, I'm not entirely sure who's good at Thailand. I'm sorry, I don't know. I didn't make that far into research. Again, I'm sorry. I know that Netherlands has at least 2 good hidden players. One former, at least. It's Wesley and Chatty. But again, it's a fairly stream picky map. I'm not entirely sure who's going to be consistent enough. I mean, who's gonna feel the rhythm of the fruits anyway. We'll just have to see if one team's better and the other's not.
I mean, yeah, obviously. But yeah, I think we both don't have a lot of intel on the Thailand team. I know that the Netherlands, for a fact, never really had a very strong hidden roster. I know that Wesley does like to play hidden in his off time, but then again, how often does he really play Osu in his off time these days anymore? Like, barely ever. So that doesn't really help out a lot. Then there's Chatty. He should be quite okay on these AR 9.3 picks, at least, for sure. Up until like AR 8, and then Phoenix is very new to the tournament scene. He's like quite alright as well, but I wouldn't say that Netherlands is outstanding all in all. You can already hear it when I give these kind of descriptions, right? They're good, but not really like in the upper echelon of teams. And then Thailand, maybe they have some like hidden weapon within the hidden bracket. Oh, that was a hilarious pun, Conrad. Thank you very much. But I wouldn't know for sure. So, hence why I asked you. Maybe you know more. Maybe you have more intel, but I guess you don't. And we're just gonna have to witness it.
I don't. I'm sorry.
How dare you, Nelly?
Yeah. And they're gonna start right now. The third map, Hidden 3. A fairly high R map, so it should be really, really comfortable, even with Hidden on. Because not many players know how to play Hidden. It's a fact.
I can play any map, and I'm the best player in the world, so that does not apply to me, sadly.
I remember you played Catch with the Xbox 360 controller. That was awesome.
I might very well be the best Xbox 360 controller player in the world still. I claim that title. But that is not really that cool of a title. Let's look at this fight for the title for CWC 2022, as there's 2 misses already for Harlem Shake and Phoenix. Another
We're
one.
gonna have 2 exchanges.
Ooh, multiple misses there for both players. And Wesley is next to miss, so that means that Thailand has a bit of a combo advantage right now. Harlem Shake not really consistent, but the fact that 2 of the Dutch players have missed already makes up for that. It seems that the scores are going to be able to level out now, though, because both Wesley and Phoenix are nearing the 200 combo mark, as Harlem Shake is still at 90. So you have a 10k score difference right about now. Will that stay that way? The map is already like fairly close to the halfway point, so any misses are really drastic here, and there's Azuria missing, Chatty Phoenix both missing, Harlem Shake almost failing, but there's no fail to save them. Charon and Wesley the only ones over 200 combo right now.
There's a short wiggle coming up right now. 2 for 1. Okay. Oh no, the wiggles though. Azuria, Harlem Shake. They can't really hit this wiggle.
There's only Wesley who really caught that, and there's another wiggle right there.
Actually, everyone caught it from Netherlands.
I mean, Chatty and Phoenix either dropped right before that or in the wiggle. I'm not entirely sure. I
Before
think
the
it was
wiggle.
in the wiggle.
Before the wiggle.
Well, there you go. Phoenix now with another miss there, together with Harlem Shake. Azuria now back at 200 combo, but the score difference is already over 100,000 for the Netherlands. So either they blow up, or that's going to be another point for
Unfortunately,
them.
there's not enough time, so Netherlands is going to claim their second point.
There you go. With a score difference of about 97,000 points. Only a single miss there for Charon. That's really unfortunate. Didn't even notice that the performance was that exceptional, because their score was very close to the score of Wesley, who only missed a few at the very beginning of the map. Good performance for everybody, but Harlem Shake really seemed to struggle, barely getting an S there, and that seems to be the only factor really as to why Thailand lost. Phoenix also having a bit of issue there at the start at the map, as you can see on that spike within their graph, only getting about 800,000 points.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for Thailand, because like for the first like 25% of the map, they actually lead it, but then the score slowly favored in Netherlands. But so right now, their pick from Thailand.
All in all, more consistent play there from the Netherlands, so that's good.
It seems like Charon's been carrying a lot for the team, honestly. Because like even the chat, like even their teammates calling Charon carry.
They know.
Definitely, they know.
Definitely the best performance on that map for sure, like by a mile. So credit where it's due. There's your pick from Thailand. It's Time to Air, a map from Ascendance. Another pillar in the OC Catch community. Like another difficulty.
The elite mapper. Quote.
End quote.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems that Thailand is a bit stuck on these no-mod maps. It doesn't really seem that they're able to get creative with any of the other mod brackets at all. That's going to cost them in the long run, because there's only going to be about 4 of these maps right before you run out. You're going to be forced into picking something if Netherlands is able to pick all of their mod picks and win all of those. So at a certain point they're going to run out of steam. But for now, I hope that they are able to grab another point on this map. If not, I'm pretty sure that Netherlands will have the ability to steamroll over them. And I mean, if they win a 4th pick on their next pick, Netherlands that is, that's going to have a snowball effect as well. So not really too great of a spot for Thailand to be in. But yeah, if you're a fan of Thailand, please let them know in chat. Go cheer for your team. Go cheer for the Netherlands if you want to. I can see somebody there with the Let's Go Thailand. Get the spirits up here. Let your team know that you're supporting them.
And don't forget to buy banners.
Oh, don't we advertise like after every single match? But like, whilst we're
I mean,
I actually, who cares? Buy those banners right now if you can. You have like 10 seconds before the map starts, so I hope you're quick there. Go steal your mom's credit card and go ahead and buy yourself a few banners.
not the mom's credit card, no.
Don't do that, actually. Don't. Okay, thanks. Okay, here we go. No mod 2. This is not the longest of maps. 1 minute 53, so it's going to be over in a flash. Chatty there with the first miss for the Netherlands. It's very early, so that's not really going to matter too much, but the initial lead goes to Thailand. It's back to the Netherlands soon, probably, though, because Azuria missed as well. There you go. And Miriam's too. Ooh, back-to-back misses there, though. Kev, Chown, and Miriam struggling on those stairs there. Kev really struggling, actually. Missed a couple of times already in the past 100 notes. But at least they have a bit of a safety net through Chatty and Whoopam both at 200 combo, as the entirety of Thailand doesn't even have close to 200 combo right now. Miriam's the only one at 180. And as you can see, Netherlands already running away with the score. Whoopam is going to miss, but it's going to be traded with Charon. Good initial start there for the Netherlands.
It's definitely Thailand's choking a lot, actually, compared to Netherlands.
Yeah, I mean, the stairs are pretty difficult, I'm not gonna lie. It's not the easiest of maps, it's not the hardest either. But with tournament nerves, anything can become quite hard. Kev is really struggling on those really small stairs. Miriam's is as well. Woodpamp with another miss too. And now the combo advantage for the first time in this map is gonna go to Thailand. I mean, they did have the initial combo advantage at the very, very start of the map, but that didn't really matter too much, as you can see back in the score. But Woodpamp missing now again. Gonna mean that the score bar is gonna go to the left.
Will they handle enough? They still have a chance, even though it's 10 seconds left. Here comes the stream section. He's gonna start very soon. Charon missing.
Yeah, I think that's gonna ruin the party. Together with Mirrors missing as well, and I think, yeah, you can see the score by now absolutely going to the right, as if there's like a magnet on the right side of your screen, and that's your map. Basically, Thailand, not quite enough firepower right there. If they missed a few less stairs, they could have very well taken the point. They didn't play bad at all, as you can see. For example, Azuria doing quite well there with 933,000. But Chatty only missing that one note at the very beginning of the map, basically getting as much as a perfect score as you can get at 994,000 points. And that's going to go to the Netherlands. That's a break point.
It seems like they've been struggling with like the tap dash control. If you could notice like those vertical streams where you have to tap a few times to the left or right, where the wherever the map is, like it seems like they were just walking. But they're going, oh, Chatty is going to pick double time 3. Random map, here we go. No spinners, by the way.
Yeah, this map finds its way into, well, not this map, I'm sorry, but this song finds its way into every single World Cup as well, I have a feeling.
Because everyone's picking, like, the map itself, like, everyone, like, from that pool is picking it, at least, like, from what I know.
Yeah, that would explain, right? Map poolers picking the map would explain the fact that it's in the map pool. You're quite right on that one.
I mean, it's kind of bad that you're picking the same map over 100 tournaments.
Is it though? Maybe it's just really good. Anyway, they're quick to the gun here. Another double time pick, as you can see. Kev having the wrong background there. Other than that, not a lot of changes to the team. We're just gonna go straight into another double time pick here, which seems to be the favorite mod for the Netherlands. Let's have a look. See how this unfolds.
Yeah, the very first miss from Thailand, it's not a bug or anything. I guess social distance just, I don't know, slapped for the very first fruits. Verum still gotta find the real miss here.
Yeah, social distance had a very small miss at the start. Now he had a bit of a more troubling miss, as the Netherlands is already leading by about 100,000 points. Wood Pampas Jury is going to trade misses there, and that's not really going to improve the situation for Thailand at all.
Yeah, you already have 2 of C's with 1 choke at least. Meanwhile, Thailand's kind of crumbling with like only 2 choke of C's there. Though they're slowly regaining the combo, the score difference though. Oof.
Yeah, Miriam's and Chatty now also trading misses, but that does not improve the situation once more. Miriam's actually is going to ruin it even further for Thailand. Has 200,000 points of differences already in place as social distance misses again. Wood Pamp is going to slow that down a little bit with their own miss, but Azuria seems to miss as well. It seems that they are just trading misses all over and over the place. Kev, the only one left with a double S, and that's really going to provide enough for that Netherlands to check this point, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, definitely. But there's already like around 200 combo left. I mean, more than 100 combo left. So I don't think it would matter now.
Yeah,
it's a
really
fact where if is Kefka going to see this? Yes, he's going to.
Well played there with a double S2. So congratulations on that one. That's a perfect score indeed. Thailand not quite able to keep up. All of them having 3 or more misses. As Woodpamp has 4, and a 900,000 score, and Chatty only having that singular miss towards the middle of the map, almost getting 1,000,000 points there. And that's your 4th point to the Netherlands. They need 2 more to win this match and continue through the tournament, as Thailand is fighting for dear life. Having lost that previous Nobel pick is definitely going to damage their morale as well. So I am not entirely sure what other plans they might have in store for us.
I mean, they're still like cheering their team, saying that Social carried there, although it's fairly like he's the only one from Thailand who got the decent score. But yeah, the situation is really grim for Thailand now. They can pick like one more time for Nomad, but after that, I don't know. I don't really think they can do Nomad 1 perfectly, though I can be wrong. So they're going to pick Nomad 4, because that's what they've been picking for the previous, like, their 2 picks were only Nomad. Well, they're going for a little bit of variety here. He's hitting 2.
The title track, a map by James Zoo, and then Crowley's Overdose. So not a map by James Zoo, but a map set us from James Zoo.
Yeah,
you gotta be credible to each other.
I'm sorry, Crowley, it's not Lovejoy.
Fortunately. 2 minutes and 22 seconds long. That's a nice number. AR at 9.3. Once more, not the lowest AR for a hidden pick. And there you have Netherlands swapping out the team members. Woodpam, Kev making a bit of space there for Phoenix and Wesley. On the other hand, Social Distance has gone out for the team of Thailand. Wow, this is some uninspiring guitar. But we have some players to motivate us and get us inspired. So let's go. Here's your 6th map of this match, and we're going to see if Thailand is able to pick up the pace again, or if Netherlands is going to be able to run away with it. A 5-1 lead is not comfortable to be in as the losing team. Obviously. Hey, some nice wisdom from Sarton right there. Get you a load of it. Unix and Miriam's there with 2 misses at the very beginning. And
Yeah, we're really seeing a lot of misses, and oh, okay, never mind. Thailand's going to win the first 10 seconds there.
that's something. Wesley now consistently missing at the start of the map, actually. Those jumps seem to be a little tough and in. Unix with a big drop there once again. Miriam's doesn't really trade that at all. The Charon does, so that's going to go back to the favor of the Netherlands, actually, I'm pretty sure, in terms of combo. It's not that big, though. But
Now it is.
It's going to make it really big. Yeah, okay, there you go. Chinese miss, going to level it out back into place, and it seems that the Netherlands have built up a very slight lead there. Miriam's miss has got to provide...
Here comes the most intense part here, the wiggle part.
So many wiggles.
Ooh, a team miss from Netherlands, actually.
Yeah, everybody missed those, so really nothing to talk about right there. Nobody seems to be able to consistently get those, except for Azuria and Wesley, but they're both not even at 200 combo, so it doesn't really matter that much. It seems that the Netherlands even has a bit of a combo advantage right now, as Miriam's is really struggling at this point.
Yeah, Netherlands won that intense part, unfortunately, although it was kind of close.
I, as a Dutchie, I'm not going to use words such as unfortunate, but hey. Thailand's pick, yeah, it's a bit, yeah, I mean, it is a bit unfortunate for them to lose on their own picks like this, but what can you do, really? You can't just loiter on Nomod and sulk around. They are trying something else, and it doesn't, sadly, seem to pay off, even though, honestly, it's not all lost yet. The scores are fairly close. 60,000 points is still very much able to be bridged. It just really depends on how Netherlands is going to play the remainder of the map. If there's 2 misses on there, and it could very well still go to Thailand. And Chatty is the first of those.
It's so late.
It's too late. That's only a spinner, isn't it? Yeah. Never mind me. That's not a very exciting ending at all. There's a 50,000 score difference there. Netherlands is taking another point, and they are at match point.
Yeah, it's at this point I would like, if I was in the Netherlands team, I would have picked the most hardest map in the pool just to close it out nicely. Not like, not give a chance, but they still gotta pick their most comfortable pick anyway. And like, there's a matter of carrying going like around. You're in match point, but the other team's just crawling back till the tiebreaker, so that factor also exists. The team's mostly done because Netherlands we're picking those 2 maps, and there's only one left, which is double time 2. I'm sorry, double time 4. Mixbot still remains, and Harrock as well. No one's actually picking Harrock.
Yeah, I would have expected the Netherlands to opt for a hard rock pick at least by now, but doesn't seem to be part of their strategy, which is fine. It has worked quite well so far. Only conceding 1 point is proper play. So let's guess what could be next. Maybe now they'll opt for like hard rock 1, perhaps.
Could be. Could be. I mean, you don't really want to risk like with random factor with Harrock 2. Oh, it's going to be. Oh
no.
Wait, that's picking Netherlands.
Exactly.
Double time 4. They're going to close double time. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was a little bit confused because I thought it was silent pick, but they already picked it. It was hidden to my brain. My brain's fried already.
Yeah, I mean, the jury is all but welcome in the Netherlands. He can join us and have a fun time over here, but for now, you're still playing Thailand. So, no picks for Azuria. Cat's Groove. A map by Blue Dragon. Oh, wow.
Ancient map, yeah.
Yeah. Probably pretty ancient.
Well, not so ancient, but yeah. I don't know how it was ranked. What's the day that got ranked? I'll check it out. 2015.
I mean, that's fairly old by now. We can consider this an old map.
Old by now, Senders, yes.
I mean, we live in 2022, right? Time moves on, so...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just think of the fact that maps like the Big Black have been around for almost 10 years by now. Actually, longer than 10 years, isn't it? Kind of ridiculous. But I love to see it.
Alright, possibly the last map of this match. Let's hope not, but it is what it is now. Netherlands have a match point now, so they can swiftly close the match. Consider it's also their pick.
Yeah. I mean, it would be nice for Thailand to get at least one breakpoint in, but it's going to be tough considering how they've been playing double time so far.
Yeah,
here we go.
Double time isn't their kind of pick.
Definitely not their strong suit. But then again, who knows? Netherlands might just blow up. It can always happen. And there's your first miss for Charon, and the jury are following it up right after, so that doesn't bode too well. Netherlands there with a 150 combo all over the board. Decent play from all Dutch players. Social distance is next to miss for Thailand, and there's no full combos left on that side. As you can see, it gets represented back into the score lead of the Netherlands, already over 100,000 points. Just more misses there again for Social Distance and Charon. It doesn't seem to be working their way, and already this feels tough to bridge. Would Pam the first to miss for the Netherlands? It's going to be traded by Social Distance, though, so it doesn't really matter. Social Distance coming in with even more misses. They can see the score difference already, and I think it's not going to inspire them that much. Thailand, that is.
Yeah. I mean, you can see Thailand, like, they're trying their best, but these constant misses, like, hurting their team even more. Netherlands is just very, very good. Like, not very good, but I mean, really consistent with double time.
I mean, at least they held on to the combo quite alright through that part, so the gap didn't increase. Chatty and Whoop both actually missing for the Netherlands. Might give him a little bit of a chance here. I'm pretty sure it's not going to be able to close the gap, but it will make the score difference a little less gruesome for Thailand. Wow, Chatty and Whoop are already back at 200 combo. And honestly, it didn't really make that much of a difference. 2 misses there for Thailand is probably going to close that chapter off for them. And it seems that this is going to be the end of their CWC 2022 run. I don't really see it happening anymore. More misses coming in from both Sharon and Social Distancing.
Yeah, it's over. Thailand's unfortunately going home now.
Yeah, this is the losers bracket, everybody. So losing here means you're out of the tournament, and it seems that the Netherlands is going to be able to live for at least another week. Congratulations to them taking this one 6-1.
Not a clean sweep, but a good kind of sweep.
A very clean play by the Netherlands anyway. So here on the double time, again, a perfect score for Kiev, not dropping on a single note. Very well done. And Thailand just wasn't quite able to keep up. Even though their scores were fairly decent, Kiev really provided a lot of ammo there for the Netherlands too. Considering the fact that towards the end of the map, the performances became a little more equal. And the Netherlands and Thailand were like on quite the same level there. But the initial score lead they had provided more than enough for them to win that map. So there you go. Winner is the Netherlands here. Congratulations, and we'll see them next week. Thailand, thank you for playing in the tournament, and we'll see them next year as well. Thailand has been around forever, and they will stay. They're here to stay.
We have a separate match going on. We could have down a little bit break, but we have Israel versus Japan. So we're going to move to that match now.
Yep. It seems that Japan is already leading by 2 points. We're gonna swap over to that stream in just a second. Everybody, please be patient. If you are able to, you can go and grab a drink real quick or a snack, or you can go for a PP, whatever you want to do. We'll be right there. Okay, actually, no, you don't have the time. You're here to stay. Here is your third map for Japan versus Israel, and oh my gosh, the Japanese team is leading by a ton already.
Yeah, at one point, like, the Parok won, like, the score difference was almost 1,000,000 points.
It seems that the third member of Israel is just really struggling, they're just not really able to
It's
play.
not
this
only
level.
him, though.
Yeah, little Nightmare also only having a A rank right now doesn't really help out too much either. Gal is trying the best there with a score of 550,000, which is about the same as most of the Japan players, but Japan is already leading by 700,000 points. There's very little to be said here. I am very sure that Israel's not going to be able to quite to grab this point at least. And it doesn't really work for the remainder of the match either, looking at the performance.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate for them. It's just only one player's doing a really good job, and that is Galwan. The others, well, they're not doing so good. Unless, like, they're going to, like, I don't know, play this game seriously.
I think
Or
they
not.
are.
It's their choice
I'm
anyway.
pretty sure they are. I just don't know if they're like up to the task. Like I've seen a lot of new players struggling with Hidden a lot. It definitely doesn't get favored by the meta at all, and players don't really like bother checking it out at all. So new players like this probably just can't really follow the notes at all with Hidden. And yeah, when you're in a tournament like this, you're gonna punish for that.
Israel is sad, if you know what I mean.
I mean, I definitely understand the frustration there.
Yeah, I mean, Galwan himself isn't really having a good time.
Yeah, we're gonna wait for next pick here. Next pick is gonna be for Israel, so hopefully they are able to find something that everybody is able to perform better on. But considering the sheer gap in rank between the players from Israel and Japan, I'm not entirely sure whether there's like anything in this map pool that will provide them the tools to get a point. It's gonna be Mixbot next up.
So Japan banned Nomad 2 due to random factor, and they banned Hidden, and Israel banned Hidden 1, I assume.
I mean, honestly, Mixbot does quite make sense, I would assume, because Gal can utilize hard rock quite alright, I assume.
Yeah.
And then Dr. HFF and Little Lightmare will have a bit of a better time, considering that they won't have to like play the hardest of maps and are just able to hopefully cruise through with no bot. But again, I assume that Japan is able to do pretty much exactly the same there with their own members, and just on a higher level. So will Israel be able to pick any point from Japan? I'm not entirely sure, but at least we're here for the ride. I'm happy to see that these players are trying. It just seems that they are just getting overshadowed by quite a lot. We'll see.
We'll see. Just hope.
Alrighty, next up, Summoning 101. pick by Israel. And as expected, Gal is going to be playing Hard Rock, Lil Lightner is going to be picking Hidden, and Dr. HFF no mod on his end. Rindo for Hard Rock on Japan. Molk is playing Hidden, seems very typical, and Snowwind on no mod. Good luck, have fun to both of these teams once more on this fourth map of the match here. Early miss there for Lil Lightmare, and that's the only one so far. Dr. HFF also missing a notes there, but not too many. Alrighty, it seems that Japan is consistent thus far. Everybody hitting those notes quite alright. And because of that, Israel is already trailing by quite a lot due to the fact that Lil Lightmare and Dr. HFF haven't really been able to get to 200 combo quite yet. And it just doesn't seem to happen even now. Molkus is the only one to have missed on Japan. Even Gal misses now for Israel, whereas Rindo still has a full combo with his Hard Rock mod added on. And there's the score difference already. It's 270,000. It seems very hard for Israel to come back from that kind of deficit. Yeah, the 200 combo just doesn't seem to happen for Lil Lightmare and Dr. HFF. It maybe has happened like once or twice in this map, but compare the score of Dr. HFF to Snowwind, who still, I'm pretty sure, has a full combo thus far. It's 200,000 points. It's the consistent misses that really seem to bottleneck them, even though he still has a percentage of about 96%, which is quite fair. The score difference is like Snowwind doubles the score of Dr. HFF by now. Well, not quite double, but definitely at least multiplies it by 1.5. And that's more than plenty. It doesn't really even matter what Rindo is doing right now. He's missing a few notes. His Hard Rock is really being tested here.
It's fine. He's done his part.
Yeah, exactly. The consistent misses on the end of Israel just give it to Japan. Snowwind is able to score about half the points of the entire Israeli team there with his own score. It's more than enough, and it doesn't seem to be able to be bridged at all by Israel. The map also intensifies a little towards the end, and as you can see, it's really just falling apart for Israel. Even Gal not quite able to keep up with Rindo. Gal being quite a high-ranked player, honestly. Yeah, unfortunately, even this plan doesn't seem to work out. 700,000 points difference there. Japan taking up a 4th point, but definitely better than what we saw in the previous map, at least. Not a D rank from Dr. HFF. But the graph, you can see spike at the end. It's just a little too hard for his level of play.
Seems like Malkus expressed that it was his worst play in the tournament, as usual, where you do really good runs at solo, but not in actual match. Oh, sorry.
How dare you move things? Oh my gosh.
I'm bad at silencing my mic, even for a second. I'm sorry.
Learn it. You got this. You got this. Snowwind actually FC'd the map too, so that was an impressive performance. So just wanted to mention that.
Yeah, he's the only one who FC'd the map.
Yeah. Not too shabby at all. Alrighty, Japan with the next pick, Hard Rock 2. They're definitely making use of the fact that Israel doesn't have a Hard Rock roster ready at all. They're just going to pick Hard Rock after Hard Rock after Hard Rock, I'm pretty sure, from this point onward. My prediction, again, it doesn't seem that Israel is able to pick these points, unless for some reason they have another player that just came online that is able to play these maps better. Not a lot of hope here for Israel.
Yeah. It's really unfortunate, but it's sad that they don't really have a third player that will maybe won't change the entire match, but would definitely benefit Israel even more. I believe the third player, like Turbo, like is also 3-digit, as far as I know. So losing that, like the third potential core member, is really oof.
Kind of oof, yeah.
Kind of oof.
Quite oofy. Yeah, it doesn't really work out in their favor that much. Doesn't help at all. And I'm pretty sure we're going to see that once more on this map. We're going to have a look at their 5th map of the match, 8th Slave, map by Bunray. It's about 2 minutes, so it'll be over in a flash. Anyway, good luck to both teams. Let's see if Dr. HFF and Lil Nightmare are able to play a little better on this one. It's a specific hard rock, so this is a bit more in line with the current meta of OC Catch, so I assume that most new players have at least delved a little bit into this type of mod.
Yeah, for sure. If anyone who's watching like cash tourneys, basically the meta is already there. Question is how you pick maps, like good one or bad ones.
Yeah, and I mean,
we're not talking about those. We're talking about those cash World Cup. So
yeah, the World Cup is quite intense, mate. It is, and as you can see, so far Japan, all full combos, 2 SSs even, and on the other hand, even Gal isn't really able to quite keep up with the Japanese players. Dr. HFF definitely struggling a lot in these quicker parts too. The stairs are just kind of impossible at his skill level.
I think everyone knows that even with his full combo, it wouldn't really matter. So at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if he's just playing the map like not seriously and stuff.
I mean he is. He definitely is, but
it's really unfortunate. But yeah, like you can see Lightmare and Dr. HF doing their best anyway. But it's really painful.
Yeah, but Lightmare is actually playing quite okay right now. He almost matches his teammate Gal there, and he might just, because Gal just missed another note. It's just that Dr. HFF is not quite on the level to play these type of maps yet. Lil Lightmare just seems to struggle more on hidden. He's not really a player that seems to have take very big issue with hard rock. As a matter of fact, he might just end up with a higher score than Gal. Okay, he won't. It's quite close.
He tied.
Technically, he tied, right?
Yeah, they both reached 1 million. Yeah. There's only 2 full combos from Japan, and Rindo, the only one who choked.
Yeah, I wanted to mention that too. That is just really impressive. So it's not even just about Israel's performance there. Japan is also really good. A singular miss on the entire team at this stage is already quite impressive, honestly. So well played to them. And there's one more shot for Israel at redemption here. They're going to have to either win 6 points in a row, which I really doubt is going to happen. Maybe they're able to take like 1 point, but even that I don't really see happen in this situation. So,
and the last map is Nomad 1 with Nahato Banger song.
Okay, Gal. I hope your team is going to be able to show some nice little performance here. At least on this map. I mean, he's wanted to play CWC for a little while, I'm pretty sure. It's really tough for players in countries where Catch isn't played that much to get into things such as CWC. There's at least a bit of a bar of entrance, right? You need to have enough players. You need to have people ranked higher than 5k. And it's nice to see all these new teams coming in, such as Israel. But at the same time, it also just occurs that those teams, most of the time, aren't prepped well enough to compete at the very highest level of play, as you can see right here. Japan, on the other hand, has been around for really long. They have a plethora of players in the player base. Even though they swap out members a lot too, there's always people there at least. And as you can see, that's where the difference lies. Dr. HFF again struggling quite a lot at the very beginning of the map. Kind of just struggling with the jumps in general, overshooting a lot of them. On the other hand, everybody else holding on to full combos thus far. But the score difference is already 130,000.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's just who's better, Lightbearer or Gal1, though Lightbearer already missed. But on the Japan side, it seems like everyone's full comboing, with Malkus the only SS, never mind. And Snow is gonna drop the combo here.
Yep. And then again, the score difference keeps increasing for Japan. It's 400,000 points by now. Getting that back to the left side of Israel is going to be really tough. It's either Japan blowing up completely, either one of the players disconnecting, or it just won't happen, I'm pretty sure.
Nah, I don't think so.
Yeah, me neither. Rindo there with a miss for Japan. Maybe slowing progress a little bit, but definitely not bad enough.
Here comes the Kiai section here. Quadro at the map left.
Yeah, and these are really hard for newer players to catch, as you can see. Overshooting is quite common on this level, and when the map is as tight as it is on these higher difficulties, you just straight up don't get any fruits on your plate. And that's
on the other side, L1's the only full combo here in the entire lobby. So good job for him, but yeah, Israel's out.
Good job to Gal indeed on that map. Only FC, but yeah, Japan again overshadowing Israel here by quite a lot. It's good to see them play though. It's nice to have seen them in this tournament, but that's going to be the end of their run already. They made it through qualifiers, and that's already something that not all teams can say. It's nice to see that there's potential over there. There's players playing, and it means that next time they'll definitely be stronger. So, well played to Israel. Definitely well played to Japan as well. Outperforming them on every single map. Well swept there. Well deserved too. And we're going to see Israel next year. And we're going to see Japan next week. Congratulations to them for surviving another round. There you have your team winner, Japan.
We can only hope that Israel can, like, as a region, improve and move on to a really better future, but that's definitely not concerned. But that is where I sign off from the commentating. I don't know if I'm going to commentate the showcase. I know it's a spoiler, but just keep that in mind. So I'm gonna be swapped with Dolan, I assume. Are you there, buddy?
Well, there's Dolan. You can say something. Go ahead.
Hey!
Hello.
Good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. How's it going?
Pretty sure it's morning for you, Dolan.
Yeah, it's early.
Good morning.
Yeah, thanks, Nelly, for commentating with me. That was great.
Yeah.
It was nice to do this with you again after such a long time, and we'll get back to business next week as well.
Yeah, I haven't commentated in English for a long time, so it's nice. So enjoy the rest of the matches. I sign off.
See you later, Nelly.
Bye, Nelly.
Yeah, Dolan, we're doing quite well over here. Two fairly quick matches we've had just now. We're going to continue to a winner's bracket match for a change. Chile versus Australia. What do you think is going to happen?
I think Chile is the slight favorite here, but it should be interesting because I think Australia is going to be able to compete in hidden and mixed mod in particular here. I don't know how Hard Rock and Double Time are going to go. I feel like Chile's got the advantage there.
Gotcha. Australia actually performed quite well this far this year, right? Or am I crazy?
Yeah, they came in 12th seed in the qualifiers, really kind of exceeded everyone's expectations there, so
yeah,
really good job for them. But
indeed. And yeah, Chile has always been like a really strong team, been around for ages and ages and ages, so never really getting a worse roster either. They always have really good players in the rotation. And here we are with the first map of this match. They have already begun it's a mixed mod pit on a Summoning 101 from Jir M. Nyam. Good luck to both teams.
Australia going for a mixed mod pick here. So we're going to see Quijibo against Pekorat on Hard Rock. It'll be Lehu and Chickenando on Hidden, and Crimson against Line on Nomad.
Yeah, it's going to be some tight competition indeed. No misses thus far, which is what we expect from players at this level. 200 combo. We're going to get into a bit of a harder part right about now. Nobody dropping so far, so the score keeps flickering, but there's Chickenando with your first miss for Australia.
Yep, and Crimson is going to follow it up with the second miss right there. And Quijibo is going to complete the team miss for Australia, so things are going to get really ugly here really quick.
Yeah, no SSs left in the end of Chile either, but that really just doesn't matter. An FC is all you need in this game mode, and they are doing perfect so far. There's a 100,000 scored gap already between these two teams, and we are nearing the halfway part of the map, as this is going to calm down a little bit, as you can see. Happens fairly easy right here.
Yeah, Australia trailing by 3 misses now. Recovering the combos, but Chile still perfection.
Yeah, we just have to wait for the next KI and see if Chile is going to blow up in the same manner as Australia. And if that doesn't happen, that's just going to give it to Chile. There's another miss there for Australia, for Quijibo. That's not going to help moving into the next section at all. Pekorat is going to do the same. Yep.
Yeah, that is an interesting miss there in the slow section. It'll be the first Chilean miss, but Chile still miles in front, over 100k.
Yeah, considering the fact that Quijibo missed right after Pekorat as well, it doesn't really even help in terms of combo for Chile. There's 2 misses again, Lehu and Quijibo this time. Quijibo really struggling with Hard Rock, even though he's playing quite alright, but it's not enough to beat Chile at this level.
Pekorat, now Chile finding some consistent back-to-back misses. Only Line holding combo here for Chile. Crimson and Chickenando are there. Crimson is going to drop, and that will pump the brakes on the comeback.
Yeah, a 150,000 score that gap is like barely manageable at this point of the map. The map is almost over. Chile missed again there with both Line and Lehu, but it's more than plenty for Chile, as you can see. And the score gap that they built up throughout the first half of the map to get them this first point on Australia's own pick. There you go.
Opening break point for Chile. Looking very strong. Line finding a really weird section miss there. Found all those 3 misses back to back to back. Near the end, carried that FC deep into the map.
Yeah, he has a peculiar low accuracy too. Drops a lot of those droplets throughout the map at 98.88%. Not something that I see happen a lot with Line QDXC actually. Only Quijibo had a bit of a lower accuracy, but that's explainable through the fact that he was playing Hard Rock. So.
Regardless, Chile now have the pick. It'll be their first pick of the match. And they could really go anywhere. That's the thing about Chile, is they're such a veteran squad. It really depends on their opponents. That's kind of how they pick.
Yeah, definitely. They have always excelled in Hard Rock, Hidden, and DT. I would say DT is the worst of those 3. But considering the fact that they have Eldenel, they have Line QDXC, Hidden is probably the very strongest suit, but those players are equally as good on Hard Rock. So it just depends on what Australia doesn't like to play when it comes to strategizing against Australia. And I think that's actually Hidden, but they are going to go for a Hard Rock pick here on Cybernetics.
Actually, no, Australia are quite a good Hidden team. I think Hidden is their best mod.
Well, they banned Hidden once, so that's why I was thinking of the fact that maybe Chile wanted to adapt the strategy to go for Hidden then, but fair point to them.
Gonna kick things off with the Hard Rock Convert, a very short map here, minute 55.
35 on Cybernetics. So far, we only see Star coming in for Chile as a change. Crimson Please coming in for Australia there too. 2 swaps. And neither team is probably going to swap too much throughout the match because honestly, most of the players on either of these teams are quite all-round when it comes to their skill sets. It also just depends on who's online at this moment. Maybe people have things to do. You never know.
Aristiel also going to be checking in here on the side of Chile. So Chile with 2 swaps.
Oh, that just ruined my story. There you go.
They heard your comment and said, you know what? Send in Aristiel.
Just do it. Go ahead. Actually, Pekorat, go ahead. Just go. We'll have Eld for you. No? Okay, they won't. Seems that they're going to start it in 5 seconds. Everybody there with the Hard Rock. Nobody picking Hidden alongside. And we are just about to get into the second map of the match here. Chile's pick after a break point. It seems that they are in a pretty good position already this early on in this game.
Yeah, looking very good on that break point. We'll see how Australia handle the Hard Rock. Start with the early miss for Chile, so Australia will have a slight advantage.
The Crimson Police going to follow that up for Australia though, so that's going to level out, I'm pretty sure. Actually, Chile here with a bit of combat. No, never mind me. Stark and Crimson Police both missing at the same time, so the score advantage goes to Australia. The combo is exactly the same on either team. Well, not exactly, but pretty much the same.
It's almost identical. If anything, it's like Chile with a 2 combo advantage, and that score is basically dead even. Stark and Crimson Police kind of cancel each other out at the perfect moments there, and
okay, buddy, that's 70 score difference.
Jeez. Quijibo is going to find a miss for Australia, so that will give Chile a more decisive advantage with 2 FCs to 1 now.
Yeah, but another miss for Stark there, so Australia now has a bit of a combo advantage, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they do. And the score difference really isn't that big. It's very much doable for Australia to come back right here, and I think they're going to try and do that right now as well.
Yep, Quijibo at 200.
Yeah, there he is. The bar is already flickering towards Australia, and soon it's going to move into Australia's territory. Maybe not actually, but another miss for Kijibo might just ruin that start.
Oh, Crimson. That is a tragic double miss for Australia, just as they had earned that lead back. Chile are going to storm away with that advantage. Right into the closing sections of the map, too. And that's probably going to be it. Stark and Crimson Police will trade once more. Chicken Nando dropping again.
Yeah, there's nothing left for Australia to do.
Yeah, Australia almost able to contest that. But it'll be 2-0 Chile.
Yeah, well played by the Chileans there at the end. Perfect scores for both Riziel and Pekaret. And, I mean, Australia was playing really consistently up until the ending of the map too. They just weren't able to quite do those stairs as well as the Chilean team did. Stark with 5 misses all spread throughout the map, so his score really suffered through that, but still a very decent score, very decent showing. And that's a very solid second point for Chile. Good pick on them. And, yeah, my strategy on picking Hidden against Australia has fallen into shambles. It seems that the teams that are playing actually know better than commentators. Who would have thought?
Wow. We know nothing. What is our purpose?
What is our purpose then?
We're just going to be replaced by robots.
Is it?
Hey, you never know. It is the future.
This has gotten a little philosophical. But
too deep.
I would suggest that maybe in 2025 or so we will have a robot competition for OC Cats as well.
Hey, the one advantage for us is we will be the last mode to get it. That's for certain.
For sure. Fair.
So anyway, we're
Enjoy
going on the next
few years here, boys.
Just some good banter.
Yeah, we're waiting on the next pick here for Australia. Not quite sure what the Chileans are saying here. Speaking in Spanish, we can't really read that. Maybe somebody in chat will be able to translate live right now. Maybe not. In the meantime, let's have a look at the chat predictions here for this game. It seems that Chile is definitely the public favorite here at a 269,000 channel points used. Australia with 21.8 thousand.
And it seems that in total voter count, it's 56-16 right now, but a lot more channel points on Chile. So if Australia pull off the upset, there's going to be some rich channel point people out there.
Yeah, and who knows, honestly. The only thing I'm worried about is the fact that this is the last mixed mod pick for Australia. And surely, I think this is going to be their best mod pool. Maybe bar no mod, but then again, Chile probably does slightly better on no mod too. So from here on, they might just already run out of firepower. I wouldn't say it's likely to be a sweep for Chile at this point. It really just depends on the performance on this map for Australia. But it's a little dangerous.
Yeah, it is pretty dangerous here because for Australia, their hand is kind of forced here. After they run out of mixed mod, it's either do you want to go with no mod or do you want to brave the hidden pool, which is kind of, both of these teams' strong suit. And that's kind of why Chile's avoiding hidden, because they can pick into Hard Rock and double time and still have the advantage and force Australia to go to hidden if they want to risk it.
Yeah, correct. Even though I think Australia is mostly going to try and tire out the no more pool after running out of these mixed mod picks yet. I think that's probably their strategy, but either way, Chile can just cruise on with these mod picks, considering how well they've been doing on those previous 2 picks. And Australia is going to have to re-strategize after losing that initial point against Chile, which nobody wants to see. Rizziel here with the first map. I'm going to shut my trap on the statistics and the tactics right now. We have a match to play.
The early miss strat, but there's a double miss from Chile early from Pekarat and Ariciel, so Australia will have a healthy early advantage. Crimson trading one of those misses back. But again, that is the Hard Rock and Hidden player for Chile down. Oh, and Eldenel's down too.
Yeah, it traded with Crimson, please, but that means that Australia is going to be able to keep the lead here. Combo advantage is definitely in the hands of Australia. Rizziel now just moving into 200 combo range, but Crimson and Eldenel having about the same combo right about now. So that means that... that's going to be a bit of a painful miss, though, for Crimson, please, but I think Australia's going to be able to keep the lead like this.
Rizziel trades.
Yeah.
That's actually huge for Australia. The Hard Rock player going down. Hard Rock is more heavily weighted than Hidden and Nomad, which are equally weighted. As Rizziel goes down again. Australia may have had this one scouted. A third of the map left. They've got about 100k advantage.
Yeah, 100,000 points. Kijibo there with an impressive performance in Hard Rock. Chicken Nando so far also SSing the map, and it seems that now everybody has settled in quite okay. Nobody missing right at this point, but the 100,000 score difference stays for Australia, and that might just prove to be their first point in this game.
Things certainly looking good for them. They just have to bring it home through the ending. Crimson Please will find a miss, but that is not going to be enough for Chile to take it. Quijibo.
Ooh, another miss there for Crimson, though. Might slow progress a little more, but I don't think there's enough map left for Chile to do anything, really. There you go. That's your point for Australia. Well done to them, and a good pick there from going for mixed mod. Great performance by Kijibo, especially
And
getting
Chicken Nando coming through with the SS on the Nomad and an FC on the Hard Rock from Quijibo.
Perfect there, perfect. And yeah, Rizziel really left a lot of points there. Left a lot of points on the table there with his 966,000. Even though that's not a bad performance by any sort of measure, it's not as good as a perfect score, obviously. And that's precisely the reason why Australia was able to pick this point, considering that Crimson Please only had 820,000 points.
And Chile, they're going to continue their strat. Hard Rock 1.
First time I'm seeing this map in play today.
Bit longer than kind of previous Hard Rock 1s have been. Certainly than our round of 32 Hard Rock 1, that's for sure. But overall, still tests a very similar skill set here. It's quite the banger. Map by Ken.
Yeah, Ken is a big fan of Rail, so I think we're going to see this more often, these Rail maps in CWC, as long as he stays a map picker. Alright, I actually wonder how this is going to pan out, because Kijibo just had an impressive Hard Rock performance there. I'm not entirely sure how the rest of the Australian team fares, but if Kijibo is able to continue that red thread of his, and Chile chokes in a similar manner as they did on the mixed mod, which actually they did switch out Rizziel for this map. Then
Stark coming in.
yeah, Maybe they are able to pick this one up as
The only
well.
thing I worry about for Australia is they made no substitutions coming in from mixed mod to this, and Chicken Nando is playing hidden, so it might take Chicken Nando a little bit to get adjusted. Might see an early miss or two. We'll have to wait and see.
Not
There's
super
always
finished
that
movement
danger.
this one.
I'm sure you know, you're a former World Cup player yourself, the danger of you go from a low AR hidden to hard rock.
I love that title, former World Cup player. But yeah, it's really difficult to go from hidden to hard rock. The bigger the gap between the AR between those two maps is, the harder it becomes. And as you can see, Chicken Nando already having missed, Crimson Please following it up. So adjusting to that high AR from hard rock is still rough for everybody playing in this cup. And as you can see, that gives Chile a bit of a lead here, as everybody has their combos intact.
Well, but Eldenal is going to be that first miss from Chile. Pekarat is going to follow it up. So there's a double miss. Stark, the sub, the only FC remaining for Chile, and that is going to give Australia a chance to pull this one back. As Crimson
Actually,
Please
coming back, yeah.
Yeah, Crimson Please just reaching 200 combos, so now Australia is there.
I'm pretty sure they will actually grab it now, and they are indeed. G-Bone stock, the only one left with a full combo stock, actually the double S. And this is tight. Halfway through the map almost. Stark now with two big misses though, and that's going to provide a bit of extra leeway for Australia. Well done on holding on to those combos thus far, and if Chile misses again, it could turn into disaster for them real quick.
Yeah, now Chile is on the back foot on their own pick here on Hard Rock, and as you kind of alluded to, Kojibo coming off of that Hard Rock FC on the mixed pod, tearing this Hard Rock map apart, the only FC remaining.
This is a new type of Kojibo. Oh no! This is Chicken Nando fucking it up too! Chile's gonna go back into the lead here. Oh, that hurts.
Oh, not like that. Not like that. A Crimson continuing to struggle now. Chile, pedal to the metal. Final quarter.
I gotta slow down a little. Yeah. But the combo advantage for Australia isn't that major at all. I think Australia is gonna need another miss for Chile at least, and maybe even two, in order to get the lead back. I think this late into the map they are gonna need two. And it's not that difficult. They've already played this type of section 3 times now.
They need a double miss from Chile.
They need it soon.
Yeah, their combos are there now, so they're pulling over a little more score. If there is a drop, Kojibo and Stark are going to trade. That's not good news. Crimson drops, and that will probably seal the deal.
Ooh, there was a glimmer of hope there for Australia on this map. It would have been very good for them to pick up this point, because now the momentum is back on the end of Chile's stock with a miss right at the end. A cheeky little miss, doesn't really matter. Score difference of about 60,000 points, a little less than that. And well done recovering there on the end of Chile. 2 misses only in total for both Eldenel and Pekarat. Stark was really the only one to struggle on that team.
Tragic timing of that double miss from Australia at the end. They pulled the gap back, only to lose it at the very ending, and now it's 3-1. They will have the pick, so a chance to cut the lead in half here for Australia. But you can see Kojibo, he spinner trapped himself on that spinner about halfway through it was? Roughly 2/3 of the way through.
Yeah, like, it really hurts because I assume he just felt really good for comboing the map so far, and he might have gotten a little overconfident due to that. And when you do that, you might just drop your entire mindset of, let's play it safe on this spinner and let's just catch the next notes. We don't need those 2 bananas. You might just want to go for those 2 bananas at that point. But that costs him the win on this pick. So that is really unfortunate.
Now Australia, they don't have any more mixed mod. They have to go back to the drawing board here.
I mean, honestly, they could go for no mod, that's fine, but would they dare attempt pick another hard rock right now? Considering the fact that Crimson Please has warmed up in terms of hard rock. they are likely going to keep the same roster, and they're going to hopefully not have those early misses from Crimson Please at the very start of the map. Okay, never mind. They're not doing that.
Going for Nomad 3 overtime.
Stick to the plan, I think. Yeah, just stick to it.
Makes sense. We'll see how Chile respond here. Lion QTXE subbing back in with Pekarat and Eldenel.
Yeah, that's plenty. Honestly, Eldenel is really good in these type of maps too. Pekarat is as well. This is not high-end play for these players. They are all in the top 100 on the end of Chile at least. And even for Australian players, this really isn't that difficult of a map. So not too many changes necessary at all. And there you go. They're just going to go on with it. Play the game. Have some fun. Fifth map of the match. Overtime.
Australia really need this point badly.
They're not bad on combats though, the Australians. They definitely aren't. So this might just prove very handy for them. I'm pretty sure this was very much part of their plan. They very much knew they were going to play this map in particular. As opposed to the other no mods that were still left, those two specifics. I'm pretty sure Chile is stronger on those two. Let's see how they do.
No early misses. Still working our way through the first 200 combo.
Some nasty sliders in this map, so anybody can be caught out. It's all about being consistent and nerve control as well. But the Australians are always chill, right? That's what they're known for, so prove us right. Come on, guys.
Well, so far so good for everyone. Scorebar still flickering. Oh, Line QTXE will be the first miss, though. I'll put Australia in front.
Oh, it's really unfortunate too, right before that break, so he can see that he was the one that got Chile into the disadvantage right there. I hope that doesn't demoralize him.
Yeah, that was right before the break, so everyone got to see that miss, but Quijibo is going to trade it back.
Alrighty, that's going to level out, I'm pretty sure, when Kijibo's back at Tuna combo. Clean play by everybody else, though. There's a lot of, well, actually, yeah, plenty of FCs. There's one double S still from Crimson Please, which is really difficult on this map, considering those very tough sliders everywhere. In tournament play, you might just want to avoid those. Line QTXE, however, with another miss on a very peculiar slow part, which means that Australia is going to be able to take the lead back. It must hurt for him to miss all those really...
Pekarat! And now that's two misses down for Chile. Quijibo will trade one of them back, but Crimson and Chicken Nando doing the damage. Eldenel, the only FC remaining for Chile, and the only combo above 200.
Yeah. Score gap of 40,000. Well, a little less, actually. It's only like 30. Yeah, 30,000 points, and that's very much bridgeable by the Chilean team. They just need one miss in Australia. They're gonna need it soon, though, because we're 2/3 into the map. If those misses happen at the very end of the map, and that's the hardest part of the map, I'm pretty sure, it's gonna be too late for the Chilean team.
Yeah, Chile are now at Australia's mercy here. Final quarter of the map. And it might just be, I don't know, it's kind of in that territory of, is one miss going to be enough for Chile? Because 30,000 points, that's kind of just over one miss.
Correct. It might still be at this moment in time, but not for long, and everybody is holding on very well to their combos. This is really impressive play from everybody. Crimson, please, still with a double S2. Eldenel, the only other FC. Actually, Chicken Nando also had FC, but he's going to miss together with Line QTXE, so that's going to trade. That's not enough, Chile.
Yep, that is not enough. Chile did not need a trade. They needed a full miss from Australia to capitalize. And that will be Australia's second point of the match. Eldenel and Crimson, please, bringing home the FCs.
very clean there. Very clean by the Australian team. That's a very high score.
Very consistent stuff from Australia and Chile. Look at these miscounts coming in. 5 from Australia, 4 from Chile. That is
It's about
combined.
timing. It's all about timing. Czech and Nana just had 3 misses right after each other, so that's where they came from. Line is definitely gonna bash his head against the wall, though, considering the fact where he missed those notes. Both, well, his initial 2 misses were both in a very slow part, like exactly the parts where you especially don't want to miss. Second point to Australia, though, they're being really competitive in this game. I know there's certain people that expected Chile to absolutely blast them out of this tournament, but it doesn't seem to be happening just yet.
Wow, and Chile are going with Hard Rock 2. They're going to stick to their game plan. Despite the fact that Quijbo and Crimson are playing pretty well on Hard Rock.
Well, the thing is, Chile has more people to swap out than Australia. So I assume that Chile's just going to swap out 2 players as opposed to 1 player being swapped out from Australia. And all the other players that are going to stay in the lobby, they need to readapt to the higher AR again. So exactly the same story as with Hidden, just a little less, crude as when you do it with Hidden. But still, that favors Chile because they can swap out more people. And there's still a lot of really skilled players on the Chilean end when it comes to Hard Rock. I think literally the entire roster can play Hard Rock well for them. So I think at the start of the map, Chile will be able to grab more points than Australia. It might just balance out towards the end, but this seems like fair play from Chile.
Yep, and this is going to be the last Hard Rock pick of the match. The Hard Rock pool will be completely exhausted. And again, another short one, 1:58. Quijbo checking back in for Australia. Stark is going to fill in here instead of Orasil, alongside Eldonel and Pekarat. That is something you mentioned about the Chilean roster. Just basically any one of them could play this Hard Rock spot.
Yeah. So just pick tactical people. They're going to swap out Pekarat for Orizial last second. Sure, that could probably make sense. Again, they can all do it. They really can, but it's just smarter to pick people that have not played in the last map for your next Hard Rock pick. So anybody that played the previous map, you want to put in as many other people that haven't played that map as the previous map as possible, and that's what they're doing right here, which Australia can't really do with their roster.
Mm-hmm. And if you can't do that, you have to kind of go with the opposite end of the spectrum, which is put certain players in and make them play every one of the maps till they get warmed up on a certain mod, which is what we've seen with Quijbo and Crimson. But certainly the Chilean method is the more ideal and optimal.
Yeah,
It's a battle of ideals.
Ideals, even.
Strategies, ideals, if you will. This match has now become a metaphysical concept.
I didn't know they have such difficult language in America too. Wow.
Quijbo's gonna find the
Quijbo's
perfect.
Crimson please do. So yeah, there you go. Already Australia is not quite able to adapt as quickly as Chile. Stark there with the first miss on the Chilean end, but the early advantage goes to Chile with actually quite a significant score difference there of about 80,000 points.
Yeah, so 1 misadvantage for Chile. As we see those combos start recovering back up to 200. Should be about a 25,000 point advantage for Chile, maybe 30k.
Double S is still for Eldonel, Ariziel, and Chicken Nando. See how long they are able to hold on to those. I do wonder. But then again, a single miss on the end of Chile on this next upcoming Ki could still bring Australia quite close to their score. But I think Australia's going to need at least 2 by now. So,
But there's one for
3 by
Chicken
now.
Nando. Yep. They are really behind the 8 ball here, and Crimson is going to find yet another miss, and Chile is showing no signs of slowing down. Only a single miss from Stark. Eldonel and Ariziel still with the FCs.
yeah, they don't seem to struggle at all. Very clean movements from all players on the Chilean end, and yeah, the map is almost over. There's no way they can bridge this gap anymore of 200,000 points. Wow, very good play there for Chile. Only Stark with a miss, Crimson Please with another miss towards the end there for Australia, and there's just no... Oh,
Orisil!
How dare he? How dare he miss that note?
Oh, no FC for Orisil. Last note Blues, Eldenel, the only FC at Chile, still super clean on that. That was about as perfect as it can get. 4-2.
He can laugh about it at least. He's in chat saying he's dropping a big XD over there, so it's fine. You played well. You played really well. Alrighty, so it's 4-2 now. So Australia not in as nice of a position as they were a few maps ago. What do they do now? Hidden, it seems.
Yep, they're gonna decide to brave the hidden pool. And this is
quick
gonna
on
be
their picks.
yeah, they are very quick. They seem to kind of know where they want to go. But this should be pretty important here because we're going to find out which of these teams has the edge on hidden, which I believe you'd have to give the edge to Chile, but Australia are a very good hidden team. That is kind of their bread and butter to an extent.
Yep, and this is a AR 9.3 map. So that means that the Chileans can't really flex their old school muscles here because they're old school players such as Line QTZ and Eldenel. They are really good on those 2013 era maps that are AR8 or AR7 with hidden add on top of that. They are just really like some of the best players in the world when it comes to those maps. These maps, they're still really good at playing hidden on like new meta maps. Anything that's fast too. It's not quite as good relative to what they can do on those later stage maps you'll see in this tournament as well, in like the finals and grand finals. So Australia has a good chance of taking this point still.
No surprise to see them go for the convert hidden pick here first. Panda Bear will be checking in for Quijibo for their first map of the match. And looks like we are ready to go.
Well, let's see it then. The 7th map of this match. Chile leading 4-2.
It'll be Leku, Line, and Pekarat for Chile against Panda Bear, Crimson, and Chicken Nando for Australia. Another very short map.
Yeah, the match is already taking long enough. Now, I would love to see this go out the entire way, so good luck to Australia on this one, but the best team, may the best team win. Right? No misses so far for either team. It's a fairly standard difficulty beginning, despite the fact that some of these streams look a little dangerous. They aren't really that dangerous, but Line now misses the first node. Australia taking that early lead.
Slight advantage for Australia off that miss. No other misses to report. Everyone else still looking very good, rocking SS's. Nearing the halfway point. A very short map.
They studied this map, I'm pretty sure. This seems like very good performance with considering the fact that they were able to decide on this pick so quick, and the fact that they are still all three holding a double S. Seems that they know what's up with this map, and they just
even Chile though, Line going down again.
Yeah,
but it seems that both teams were very apparent that hidden was going to be played at some point in this map. It wasn't a matter of if, just when.
Oh, some of these players wiggling those streams too.
Oh. Some of these wiggles have me a little concerned, but everyone hitting it. Line QTXE, the only one struggling, being caught out. Chicken Nando is going to be the first miss for Australia. Peko Rat also going down for Chile. And Australia have an emphatic win on this hidden 3 pick.
I mean, not yet. Panda Bear with a miss, but I think it's going to be a bit too late. Yeah, that's just spinner at the end. And there you go. Australia streaming their way towards their third point. Well played on Hidden there, and it just went according to plan, I'm pretty sure.
Nearly 3 million points for Australia. That is an SS and an FC from Crimson, please. And a nice FC from Leco as well on the side of Chile. Panda Bear unfortunately dropping that FC at the very ending in the last sections. But Australia looking very strong on Hidden. And they really needed to perform strongly on that. So that might deter Chile from picking Hidden.
Indeed. In the meantime, there's Indonesia versus Singapore going on too. Quick update on that. It's 1-1 right now. The previous pick was won by Singapore and double time won by 3,692 points of difference.
Ooh.
That's very little.
That's close.
That is indeed not too much.
That match is absolutely bonkers. Indonesia against Singapore. So we'll definitely keep you updated on the scoreline as that match develops, but right now we've got an interesting match here in front of our hands. Chile now. They've been able to maintain the breakpoint advantage they gained at the start, but Australia have been with them every step of the way since, and it'll be double time 4.
Exactly. Do they dare go Hidden again after that loss? Probably not. So instead, why not just go for a Blue Dragon double time pick, which then again is like one of those maps that the older players on the end of Chile will have these. They are prepared for this one, and they are probably going to do quite well. But then again, Australia, double time on their end. Really solid too. So it's not a free win here for Chile at all.
Yeah, I think we're definitely running out of we've definitely run out of comfort picks for both teams at this point.
Were there really any comfort picks for either team? Honestly, so far it seems very 50-50 on like every single map. I haven't seen a single map where like Chile just blew out the other team. Nor did Australia on any of these maps. It was fairly close. I don't think any of these teams went into this game expecting to play a map, take a point for free, and continue the match. I think they all made a game plan in advance and practice a couple of maps in order to overshadow the other team due to sheer force of practice. Maybe this is going to show now with Chile playing this double time pick. I'm not entirely sure. It is a very strategic pick, I do believe. Going into double time, again, with the bigger roster of theirs, being able to swap out more players, whereas Australia can't, it means that they are more adapted to playing with a character that moves twice as fast. So, let's see it.
Pekarat and Stark will also be adding on Hidden for reading preferences. No score multiplier bonus there. And here we go.
Then again, the more nervous you are, the harder it is to play double time. And Chilean players have been known to be nervous quite often. Stark and Pekaret with a miss there. Stark actually missing twice at the very start of the map. So that might hinder them a little bit. Somehow Chile always manages to get a little nervous. Kijibo not moving there for Australia. And that's still going to give the Australian lead, maybe?
Oh, it's going to eat away that advantage they gained a little bit. 2 misses there from Quijibo, but still a slight edge for Australia because of just the combos from Crimson and Chicken Nando. Once Quijibo gets back up to 200, the bleeding should stop, but Crimson is going to find a miss, and now Chile will be taking back the advantage.
Yeah, quite rapidly too. 70 combo doesn't quite cut it here, Crimson. And now they have a 11,000 point lead, so any miss on the end of Chile will give it back to Australia for sure. But if there's no more misses, it's going to go to Chile. Do I suspect that to happen? No, but you never know with these two teams. They're really high level.
Well, just now crossing that halfway point. Crimson back up to 200. Everyone at 200, so let's look at that gap. It's only 16,000, so a single miss will definitely still swing it. 16, 17,000.
It's probably heating up over on the side of Chile right now. You don't want to be leading by just 16,000 points on your own pick. And everybody is catching these notes so far as well. Oh, this is going to be good for King Chicken over there with a miss for Australia. It's going to increase the lead for Chile a little bit. Is that enough to take this point? Maybe it is.
Final quarter of the map. Australia are going to need to see a miss from Chile soon if they want to have any shot of taking a break point and tying this matchup. But Chile looking good. Looking to close it out here. Looking to guarantee that tiebreaker at least.
Yeah, no more misses on the end of Chile since I made that comment about no misses, and I told you these guys are really good, and that gives you some unexpectedly proper results such as these. I mean, Australia played really well there. Crimson Police with one final miss there right before the spin it, and well played to Australia on this one, but
Yep.
wow, only 3 misses in total for Chile. How do you beat that?
SS coming out of Aricio there. And still only a margin of 60k. That's what, just 2.5 misses?
Yeah, I'm absolutely flabbergasted by this. Well played to Chile. Not getting nervous on this map is also very nice for them, because this is the type of map I would expect Chile to blow open. And if they did, Australia would be leading, because their pick is up next, and being 4-4 would, technically give them the lead. But now Chile is in their driver's seat. Australia's going to have to win 3 points in a row in order to stay in this winner's bracket.
Mm-hmm. And I can feel like we're probably going to be seeing Hidden 2 come out of Australia. Either that or one of the nomads. Of course, they didn't get blown out on that double time pick, but I'm sure they would rather go for a mod they had more success on.
Go for it.
Maybe you have limited options. It's kind of just what are you good on that's left.
I mean, the title track, so Hidden 2, might be a good option too, because it isn't really that much different from Anima, despite the fact that one is a convert and the other is a specific, so you would expect big differences, but there's similar left-rights in both maps. But they won't. But they won't. They are doing DT1, as you said. 60k is very doable, honestly. Winning this map, they shouldn't be. Their heads shouldn't be down on the fact that they just lost by 60k on a double time map. That's not a lot. That's 1 or 2 misses at best. So
this kind of also
way here.
This kind of also will put Chile in a very interesting spot if Australia takes the point, because then you'll just conceded a double time point with 2 double times left, a hidden, and 2 nomads. The nomads are kind of coin flippy. The hiddens Australia's been playing well on, and if they just beat you on a double time, it might be a really tough spot for Chile to be in mentally.
Yeah, it does get a help by the fact that they are ahead by 5-3 now. So if they are comfortable on the tiebreaker, I'm not entirely sure whether they will be better on the tiebreaker than Australia. But if they are, it will give them a bit of peace of mind, even on these other 2 potential maps that might still happen in this game. But they won the previous double time, so they can just hopefully keep it within a high note and finish it up with this map. That's probably what they want to realize right here. And Australia might just, ruin that plan. But I really don't know, actually. I really don't know.
Interesting pick. Australia deciding to go for the double time pick.
I think it's part of the plan too, though. I think Australia so far has just been picking the maps that they wanted to play in order chronologically without ever swaying from the plan at all. That's why they're so quick on the picks, and that's why they're not too demotivated every single time they lose one of their own picks. They just know that there's another day coming up, another map, and that hopefully gets proven here. Hopefully the hard work will be rewarded on this map, but so far all players are playing so incredibly well.
It's just a few drop misses from Quijibo making the difference right now. That's it. Everyone holding the FCs halfway through.
Wow.
It could come down to just this small margin. This is kind of ridiculous.
There's one Ki, so it's all gonna happen here. Kajiba with the first miss, so the one who had the least accuracy seems to be the most nervous player too. Everybody in the end of Chile still holding on to combo, and that will probably be enough if they're able to keep that up.
Yeah, Australia are going to need to see something from Chile right now, or this match is over. Ariciel is going to find a miss, and he may have found two. I'm not quite sure about that. Looks like it was just one, based off the accuracy.
Is it in time?
Kajiba
with the miss.
Australia need Pekaret or Eldino to drop, and then there's a chance. But they need it ASAP. And it doesn't look like they're going to get it.
Nope. Yeah, there's nothing
Nope.
here. Chile with a 6-3 win, clutching that double time. But wow, these teams perform really, really well in double time picks. Only two players having missed in the entire lobby. 3 misses for Kajibo and 1 for Rizal. Wow.
4 FCs and 3 of them SSs at that. And this is the closest 6-3 I think I've seen in a long time. I did not feel like a 6-3. Australia contested so many of the maps that they ended up losing. The margins of victory were very close. They definitely put in a really good performance, and I think they'll be a solid force in the losers bracket going forward. But Chile, your big winners, 6-3.
Congratulations to them, and yeah, Australia, keep your heads up. You guys played really incredibly well against Chile just now, and people should be fearing you in the losers bracket for sure.
Australia will be playing against Finland in the losers bracket. That match is probably going to be nuts.
How's Finland been doing this year, actually?
Pretty good.
Alright.
Let's see. They were in the only tiebreaker in the round of 32 against Germany, which they lost. They were down 3-0, got 4 in a row. Germany came back and won.
Oh,
And then
they did the 4 in a row thing again? Okay.
They did the 4 in a row thing again, yes. But this time Germany said no.
Our neighbors helping us out of the shame. But that could be a really good match indeed.
So I think we're going to Indonesia, Singapore.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're going to switch that game. It's 3-1 by now. Indonesia won another 2 points in a row just now. Not by a really big margin. Indonesia won the third map by 106,000 points and the fourth map by 34,000 points. Again, that's just a singular miss. So Singapore still very much in the game, I'm pretty sure, as we move to that match as well.
And the winner of this match will be Chile's opponent in the quarterfinals.
You're the man. So
this is our 4th seeded Indonesia against the 13th seed Singapore.
okay, here we are. So mixed mod, Egret and Willow.
All right, quite the stacked lobby here. So it's going to be Dika and Excel on the Hard Rock, Lewind and Hiang on Nomad, and Madoka and Rube on Hidden. Excel going to be finding that drop.
Madoka action over here. Excel has been around for a really long time though. You shouldn't be worried about the rankings of Singaporean players at all. These players are really, really strong, as you can see over here. So far, the difference being a singular miss for Axel.
Oh, Rube is going to find that second miss for Singapore. So now Indonesia going to be stretching the advantage with no misses. Still a triple FC. Triple SS at that.
Yeah, now they will need a few misses on the end of Indonesia to come back here. Singapore, that is. 100,000 points. That will require about 3 misses or more. And impressively, Indonesia doesn't want to give in, except for Lewind.
That's the first miss for Indonesia coming out of Lewind. Lewind and Madoka going to be dropping, so there's 2 misses. So that will help out a little bit, but Rube's constant misses are really stunting the growth of this comeback for Singapore.
Yeah, he only had a 130 combo before he missed once more right there. And the score difference really isn't increasing or decreasing by a lot. It's staying quite stable at the 100,000 mark. Well, actually, Singapore did come back a little bit.
And that's not going to be enough help. The comeback too little too late.
Yeah, Madoka with a bit of a late miss. You want to mention that, but Rube missing there as well. Even if the map continued for like another 30 seconds, it probably wouldn't have made a difference. So another point for Indonesia. There you go.
55,000 points the margin. Dika with the SS on Hard Rock. The only FC and a 4-1 advantage. And the pick to Singapore.
So, what has Singapore picked so far? Let's have a little look into the past here. So, their previous pick was a double time pick. Before that, they opted to go for, what was it? Another double time. So, it's really just double time on their end thus far. But the double time pool is either has already run out or there's like one more map left, because the first map of the match was played by Indonesia and that was double time as well. So there's been at least 3, and maybe there's been a ban on double time. We don't know because I can't see the screen at the moment, but they might have ran out of firepower by now. If double time was really their shtick and they don't really have anything else up the sleeves, then it's going to be a bit of a rough time considering they're down by 3 points.
And it is going to be Nomad 1.
Well, that seems like a bit of a safe strat indeed. Most teams, after they've ran out of their favorite bot, they will go to no more. That just seems to be the way people play the game, and it does make a lot of sense, really. So. I understand. I fully understand Singapore.
They're going to risk it. Nomad 1, usually a map that a lot of the strong teams like to ban against weaker teams. So interesting to see it being played. 2 minutes and 22 seconds. AR 9.4. We'll see how they handle it. Dika, Lewind, Kroneko for Indonesia. Excel, Kings, and Hayang for Singapore.
Yeah, Indonesia also has the option to swap between players quite often. They do want to seem to keep Dika in the lobby for the most part of the match, but that's fairly logical considering the fact that I think Dika is around top 15 in the world right about now. So, really good tournament player too. Here we have Singapore with Kings playing for the first time. We can see him on stream today.
All right, Nomad 1. We'll see how this goes.
Yeah, a bit curious here. So far, everybody is able to keep up with the map just fine. Excel is going to break that tradition, however, with the first miss there, right at the 200 combo mark too, which is the most painful point to miss out.
Yep, so that's going to be a full miss, and Kings will also find another miss for Singapore, so that's 2 misses down already.
That means that Indonesia now has a bit of a lead. It's going to grow to an even larger amount considering the fact that Kings just had another miss over there, and that's about 100,000 points. Kings not consistent anymore. These jumps, he seems to either undershoot, overshoot, but he can't quite get them right. Not in terms of getting like a proper combo at least.
Hate it when you get caught out by that anti-flow in some of these patterns. You don't wiggle just the right way, you are toast. But Indonesia rocking the triple FCs. Only a droplet miss from Kroneko.
Yeah, no complaints on the end of Indonesia. This is just perfect.
Kings finding yet another miss, really struggling.
Yeah, honestly, Indonesia can already afford to lose all of their combos at the same time and still be ahead of Singapore by the end of the map, and they might not even do that. Honestly, the combos seem very solid, their movement is really good. Kings keeps on missing consistently, and even if he hadn't missed consistently, even if he only had a single miss, that would not have been enough for Singapore to do any sort of damage against the full comboing Indonesia. Nobody dropping a single note over there except for a few accuracy points. That's just incredible.
Yeah, Indonesia absolutely just destroying that one. Trip FC and SS coming out of Dika. Hayang the only FC for Singapore. And what else can you really expect? Lewin getting his first FC of the tournament. Good job, Lewin.
Good job, Lewin. Match point for Indonesia. Their pick is up next as well. So, will they cruise through Dolan, or are they still going to struggle getting that final point against Singapore? What do you think?
Well, I don't think they'll struggle. I think they have quite a lot of options here. Well, if we could see the... I guess we won't get to see it. They're going to go for hidden 1.
We don't even need to discuss options.
Yeah, we don't even need to just... They said, don't worry about it. And this doesn't really... It's not really a big surprise coming out of Indonesia here against Singapore. I don't think Singapore has the superior 3-player roster for hidden.
They're not bad though. They really aren't. I think Singapore might actually be strongest in terms of mod play at least. They might just be stronger than hidden. I know Heian is one of maybe the best hidden players in the world. Like, people really underestimate that guy, but there's also a lot of people saying that other people really underestimate that guy, so maybe balancing that. But he's really good on hidden, and he shows up on a lot of leaderboards, just like the more niche ones. But you'll be impressed with some of his plays. Then Rubai and Aeun. I know that Aeun at least is a hidden player mainly, and then Rubai, if they're any good at hidden, which I assume they are considering they putting him in the team, they might have strong opposition against Indonesia, because I would say that maybe hidden is the weakest suit of Indonesia too. At least in late stage it definitely is, but in early stage maybe not quite as much. But they're not like the top team when it comes to hidden. Thus allowing Singapore to maybe grab a point here. We'll see. It's AR 8.3 though, so that might make it a little harder for Singapore. And as you can see, there's already a very early miss for Aeun. Anyhow, 7 map. Let's go.
So we see for Indonesia, Dika, Madoka, Ayukala, and Netamaru checking in against Rube, Aeun, and Hang for Singapore. Again, as you mentioned, just that early miss from Aeun.
He seems to move a little quick. Netamaru though with a miss for Indonesia, so that's going to give it back to Singapore for the time being. God, I see some wonky movements on the end of Singapore, so I wonder if that's going to stay this way. It seems to be...
I mean, there might be some wonky movements, but the combos are there, and now a score advantages as well for Singapore. The lead is growing 1 FC to now 2 as Aeun finds a full miss there.
Yeah, 30,000 points of difference, well 40 actually, for Singapore, so they can afford a single miss, and there is your miss, so it might just level out about now, but Ian really has to step up the game now. I'm not entirely sure if Indonesia is going to miss like anything else. They're probably warmed up by now.
Aeun really out of rhythm right now. That is going to cost them big. Indonesia taking the lead.
Yeah, and that's what I feared. Netsumaru and Dika seem to have stabilized quite well. Madoka Ayukawa also with an incredible score there. Haeyang though, the only SS. Rube also with another full combo. But Aeun is kind of ruining the party here for Singapore.
Netamaru does trade that miss from Aeun. But Rube also going down. Madoka trading that one. So it's just Hang against Dika. Hang the only FC. Netamaru trading yet another miss. So this one is very much up in the air as we go into the final quarter.
Aeun is going to find another miss for Singapore though. It keeps leveling out every single time somebody misses from the other team. from one team, the other team will miss. But Haeyoung now dropping the combo, the biggest combo at the end of Singapore. That's gonna hurt a lot, as you can see the red bar growing and growing there for Indonesia. As long as Dika is able to hold on to the combo, it seems to be safe for Indonesia.
And that is going to do it. Dika holding on. Singapore, very game, but unfortunately it is not going to be enough. And that will be the match. 6-1, Indonesia.
The teams did feel very closely matched for the most part. I mean, this map was mostly decided by the fact that Ian just wasn't able to quite fight the rhythm halfway through the map. They have a score of 794,000, which is quite a lot lower than the rest of the lobby. If that score was like 900,000, which is more baseline as we have seen in this game, it would have gone to in Singapore for sure. And I'm pretty sure this happened on like quite a few of their maps. So closer than you would think. The 6-1 result doesn't really get represented too well by the scoreline, but hey, that's just the way it goes in tournaments. You need to strike at the right moments. You need to get the points where it matters, and that's exactly what Indonesia have done, and they will continue on in their journey. They're going to play Chile next week, right?
Correct, yeah. So Indonesia, the 4th seed, will play the 5th seed Chile in the quarterfinals. And as for Singapore, they go to the losers bracket, and they will await the winner of Turkey and Sweden next week. So that is going to be it for that match. Any closing thoughts, Sarton?
I mean, pretty much what I just said. 6-1 doesn't really represent it too well, but it was a good game from Singapore, and I'm glad that they're still in the tournament. Actually, I really didn't expect them to do this well, landing into the winners bracket right from the get-go, and perhaps they can even continue to journey further down in the losers bracket. I do think there's definitely teams that they might win against right there. So I'm looking forward to what else will develop from that team. And well, best of luck to Indonesia against Chile. That's going to be quite exciting as well, considering how they played today. But yeah.
Indeed. So we're going to be... Yeah. I think we'll have another match coming up soon.
Correct. It's going to be Colombia versus Vietnam. And for that match, we'll be swapping out the commentary booth place that I kept warm for about 2 hours for Quinton, who's going to hop in and join you, Dolan. How are you doing, Quinton?
Hey there, boys. I'm doing fine. Really looking forward to Colombia versus Vietnam. Sarton, you obviously did a phenomenal job casting these 4 matches, so thank you for that as well.
And thank you, Quinton. Alrighty, I'll let you have the limelight for now. I'll be back some other time, and I wish everybody who's watching the OSU live stream a lot of fun with the upcoming matches. And don't forget to check out banners on the website. You can buy a banner for like $2.50, right? And you can support your favorite team with it. So,
indeed.
Just saying it.
Plugging to the very end of the shift.
Oh, exactly. That's where you can sell most of your assets, right?
The hardest worker.
And that's what I am. But the hardest worker is going to get a bit of a break here. I'll be back some other time. I wish everybody a lot of fun watching this. And good luck to you, Dolan and Quinton. It was nice casting with you, Dolan. We'll do that some other time again. Alrighty. Bye. Take care, everyone.
Alright, take care. Sorry. Alright then.
Alright, Quinton.
Yeah, Dolan, I was about to say, Colombia actually winning that first point, which we didn't see on stream. So it was a break point already to start this match out. So that's looking promising.
Yeah, that's actually very spicy to see a break point.
Yeah.
What was the pick?
It was Nomad 2. So the Ascendance Nomad 2 map, and they won by 7,000 points. So basically nothing.
Yeah, this was one of the matches when we kind of talked in the pre-show earlier on JBH's stream earlier in the week that this was a losers bracket match that could have the potential for fireworks. Because this is the first real team that Colombia has been able to play against where they have a chance to really show what they can do.
Yeah, definitely. I completely agree on that. And I think it's been shown on that first map. Curious to see where this is going to go further on this Hard Rock 2 pick that's coming out of Colombia. Colombia always known for being a Hard Rock team, so that makes perfect sense in my opinion. We see Dele, Help Me Please, and Juansi facing up against Chu, Stardust Prism, and Ling Ling Lily. Stardust Prism and Ling Ling Lily choosing Hidden with that Hard Rock just for reading purposes, obviously. But there are quite a lot of roster changes between that Nomad 2 pick and that Hard Rock 2 pick. I believe only Dele and Juanzi and Starter Prism played Nomad 2, so 3 changes. So this could be promising for Vietnam to break back. But Ling Lee dropping there at 100 combo is going to give the early advantage over to Colombia.
Early lead for Colombia, and we should be seeing Dele play basically every map. I'm pretty sure Dele is the Colombian ace. Speaking of Dele, there is a miss from Dele. Quarter of the way in, that's the first miss out of Colombia, so that's going to even things out a little bit. Maybe give Vietnam a slight advantage because there was more than one miss. Indeed, they will be taking over the lead.
Yeah, the map's about 800 combo in length, and there's a couple of hard patterns at the ending. So the beginning parts where you'd like to have as many free combos you could. Start Prism dropping there is going to switch that lead back in favor of Colombia, having about a half miss lead because that Ling lead miss was around 100 combo. But the end is quite chokeable. Like there's a couple of memory patterns there that could switch things at the end. And Delay dropping once more for Colombia is, I believe, going to tie things up. But
Ling Lily.
Trading immediately, yeah.
Yep, so traded. That's going to keep the advantage with Colombia for now.
Yeah, things looking good for the bottom side of Colombia. Help me please, and Juanzi still holding on to the FC, but Juanzi actually ends up dropping. So Chu versus Help me please. The only two FCs remaining.
Oh, and Help me please is going to drop, so that will switch it right back over to Vietnam as Lingland Lily gets up to that 200. Dele is down. That is a near triple miss from Colombia. Juanzi the only one with combo. Vietnam now huge score advantage, over 100k. It was so close, back and forth.
Definitely all three of them above 200 combos, so they're definitely capitalizing on this miss of Colombia. And now the memory part comes, but okay, we see the drop in from Delhi, Star Prism, Help me please as well, but that wouldn't matter in the end because the score difference was already too huge. Great buffer coming in from Vietnam, and that's about a win by about 160,000 points, I do believe. So that's quite a convincing victory, and Delhi especially kind of struggling on this Hard Rock 2 pick, surprisingly so. So that's Vietnam breaking back immediately. So 1-1 scoreline, anyone's game.
So tie at 1, breakpoint for breakpoint. Vietnam up to pick next. And now we get to see what the bans were.
Yeah, definitely. Hidden 1 getting taken off, as well, probably have been the case in most matches, right? Loyar Hidden to a niche of a skill set, and then Nomad 4 being the long, jumpy convert. I think those are quite reasonable bans, quite expected bans, rather, from both teams.
Vietnam going to go for Hidden 3 here. The AR9 Hidden Convert. Just under 2 minutes.
Yeah, very streamy map, this one. See quite a lot of teams struggling in the beginning section and around the wiggle section in the middle. But there are some rough patterns, which is to be expected when you're playing converts. So, reasonable pick coming in from Vietnam, I do believe. I think they have a better hidden roster in comparison to Colombia. Colombia did play, well, used to pick hidden over the past couple of years though, so not too familiar with their current hidden skills, but I do believe they are still on par, so expecting quite a close game on this one.
We see Hui Time Clock checking in for Vietnam along with Stardust Prism. Still waiting for a third on Vietnam. Yeah, Hidden 1, definitely a popular ban this weekend.
Yeah, I believe we've only seen it twice or something. I think it was played in Indonesia versus Singapore a couple of minutes ago, but then can't recall any other. Actually, France versus Italy was also picked as a 10th map, actually. So that's twice I do believe it's been played. But yeah, most teams, either you pick it or you ban it. It's not something you can leave open because it's that niche of a skill set. Either you're good at Loyar Hidden or you're bad, but you just... There's no in between most of the times, except for like France and Italy, were both feeling less confident in those type of matches, so just both kept it open.
Well, here we go. Maroda going to be the third player for Vietnam checking in as the start command is issued.
Yeah, and with the third pick of this match, picked by Vietnam. Let's see if they convert this into a point. This match has only been breakpoints so far. Back-to-back breakpoints. We could see a repeat of France versus Italy from yesterday. If it were to happen, that would be kind of insane, to be honest.
Would be, but this match definitely, I think, has the potential.
Yeah, definitely. Fully agree on that.
Here we go. On to the first hidden pick of the match from Vietnam. Early misses from Help Me Please and Hui Time Clock. So those will trade. Dele and Zhuanzi, though, going to miss early. That's a triple team miss there. And everyone's already missed now because Maroda and Stardust Prism drop. It's Hui Time Clock with the combo.
Yeah, a lot of miss coming from everyone, actually, so no combos on the board. I think Stardust Prism 100 combo is doing huge things for Vietnam right now, and Colombia is just not able to counter that currently.
Yeah, Maroda trying to build up the combo too as well. Seems like Colombia really struggling here on the hidden pick. Zhuanzi now getting up to 200 combo. Dele dropping once again.
Yeah, but that score difference is huge, actually. Already 200,000 points. Stardust Prism and Maroda doing huge things for Vietnam right now.
Yeah, now they're really doing the damage. Oh, but those misses, huge. Triple team miss from Vietnam. But Colombia just has no combos to really capitalize aside from Zhuanzi.
Yeah, Zhuanzi is outperforming his teammates by quite a bit, actually, and he's doing a lot, but Dele is clearly striking up top there. Only 95% accuracy, but the double miss coming from Vietnam is actually going to get somewhat closer, but they have a huge buffer, so Colombia has to start capitalizing and stop missing, rather, to get back into this map.
Yep, Zhuanzi and Dele now trying to really do something, but Maroda and Stardust getting up there to negate the advantage. And again, just too much damage was done early in the map by Vietnam for Colombia to really do anything.
Yeah,
a solid
definitely.
win for them.
Zhuanzi with a really good score on the Colombian side, but then started Prism and Maroda, the two of them, countering Zhuanzi, and that's a huge difference for Vietnam. And a good pick and a good point for them, so 2-1, but definitely it was Vietnam's pick, so it shouldn't matter that much to Colombia. They know what their strengths and weaknesses are. I'm quite sure they knew this was one of their weaknesses. So just GG go next, really. Next map. Completely forget about Hidden Tree. It doesn't matter anymore. It's been played. I'm curious to see if Colombia is going to stay in the hard rock bracket, or they're going to branch out to different brackets. Could perhaps go for mixed mob, but then they need a hidden player for those, or so perhaps not. I think Nomad 1 could be a safe kind of de-stress pick, I would say, because it's just probably within the comfort zone of all players in this lobby. Or just Hard Rock 3, actually. Probably hardest Hard Rock pick because it's covered. Somewhat similar to Hard Rock 2. Somewhat. It's still a covered, obviously, but they go Nomad 3, actually. Right, but this is banger alert, though. This is a great song.
Oh, absolutely. But they're electing to go for the technical slider map.
Yeah, interesting pick coming from Colombia. The map it's really good, actually. For a convert, it's really, really good. It's placed quite naturally. There's some memory patterns, or close to memory patterns here and there. So people that didn't practice as much or are kind of nervous could get caught out by those. The rest of the map is just complete straightforward mapping and just a banger, so it's way easier to practice, in my opinion, just because it's so good.
That always helps.
Definitely does. Same with the tiebreaker in this round. It's such a good song, and the map is so good that it makes it so much easier to practice it.
So looks like we're getting our roster set up. No changes here.
It's also way longer, this map, than the other maps that have been played, so that might be a reason why Colombia chose this, because it's a little bit more consistency-based. Being 3 minutes 40 in length in comparison to, well, Nomad 2 being under 2 minutes, Hard Rock 2 being under 2 minutes, so definitely, and Hidden Tree as well, so this is the first long map that has been picked in this match. And we've seen Narnia coming in for the very first time in this match as well, I do believe it, except did they play Nomad 2? No, they did not, so their first appearance in this match. On the other side, Maroda, Stardust Prism, and Hui Time Clock staying in for Vietnam. They play really well on Hidden Tree, so Vietnam opting to keep them in for Nomad 3 as well.
All right, stage is set for round 4. The slider consistency Nomad pick. We'll see how this one shapes up.
Narnia, help me please, and Zhuanzi trying to get Colombia second pick on the board, a second point on the board rather, in this banger of a song and a map.
And here we go. So Narnia, Help Me Please, and Juanzi for Colombia against Marota, Stardust Prism, and Hui Time Clock for Vietnam.
Everything synced up for overtime. Song by Noor. 3 minutes 40 in length, so this one is a marathon, not a sprint. Clean starts by all players, everyone getting above 80 combo. No issues to be found. Actually, not Marota being the first stopper at 100 combo, so early advance for Colombia. But the fact that, Narnia actually dropping, trading it immediately, and it's going to give it's very tiny score advantage into Vietnam's favor, a 4 burns buff 200 combo.
Everyone else still doing fine, getting to that 200 combo mark with ease. Marota, though, finding several misses. Narnia will trade one of them, but I think Marota found 2 misses. Narnia finding a second one, so a third one even.
Yeah, the top player is somewhat struggling, and it's going to give a small advantage towards Vietnam, about 7,000 points. Increased by a tiny margin because Marota's combo is a little bit higher than Narnia's, and that miss from Narnia's not helping, but a double is coming for Vietnam. So that's advanced Colombia, actually.
Yeah, Hui Time Clock going down. So Colombia will be able to pull back some score and take a lead even into the halfway point of the map.
Yeah, Juanzi and Help Me Please on the bottom side, still both holding on to a full combo. Dropped some droplets, but those don't matter. On the other side, started Prism countering, but he needs his teammates to step up. And Marota and Juanzi trading misses. It's still going to stabilize the score difference about 30,000 points. So one misadvantage for Colombia, I do believe.
Yeah, that was so fortunate. Right as Juanzi missed, Narnia got up to 200 combos. So perfect timing for that. For Colombia's... Oh, but Narnia just underdashing. It'll be traded by Marota.
Juanzi's not enough to a combo, so that's going to actually decrease the score lead.
Yeah, Vietnam were able to pull back a little bit in those exchanges. It's about 30,000 points.
Yeah, the bottom 2 players for both teams are kind of tight. The difference between Narnia and Marota right now, 30,000 points. Quarter left of the map. Gonna get really close in the end, I do believe.
So Help Me Please against Stardust Prism. The only 2 FCs remaining. Final quarter. Narnia does find a miss. That is going to make things a little bit close. Marota trades. Narnia trades it back. Juanzi and Vietnam.
Vietnam get the advantage with the miss from Juanzi. Colombia needs a miss coming from Vietnam, and Marota does have them dropping, but a double miss coming from Colombia, and starting double miss combo is going to do things for Vietnam, I do believe.
Yep, Vietnam going to be pulling away. Stardust Prison, the only one with a combo above 200 is Juanzi. Just now gets to 200 to stop the bleeding. Colombia desperately needs something, but they're not going to get it, and that is a close point right there. That's 15,000.
15,000 points in difference, and honestly, it was so close until the end. Starter Prism definitely being the difference maker in this one. The Starter Prism holding combo is the only reason Vietnam won that pick there in the end, so beautiful performance coming in from him. But Marota and Narnia especially, both of them somewhat struggling and trading pretty much the entire time. That was how would you put it? I wouldn't call it suspicious, but I can't find the adjective. Either way, we see Hard Rock 1 getting immediately picked by Vietnam, so they waste no time for this next pick. They go for the somewhat consistency-based Hard Rock pick, so that makes perfect sense, right? You win Hard Rock 2 and you win the consistency Nomad, then you're probably going to win consistency Hard Rock as well, so great pick coming from Vietnam in my opinion.
Yeah, Vietnam just really looking to further the lead and kind of check out as soon as possible.
Yeah, definitely. They can't put their foot off the gas just yet. Colombia's really close, actually. That last point was pretty much a coin toss in the end. Slightly won by Stardust Prism himself. We see Ling Lady coming back in and Shu as well for Hard Rock, and Dele replacing Narnia on the Colombian side. The map is 3 minutes 30 and 3 minutes 23 actually in length, and it's air 10 obviously after Hard Rock is added. It's really consistency testing, so the patterns themselves aren't that rough, even though Hard Rock is added. It's mostly just trying to be consistent at air 10 reading and just some higher CS pretty much. You see Ling Lydia and Stardust Prism choosing Hidden once again with their Hard Rock, just as they did in Hard Rock 2. The rest of the lobby opts for just regular Hard Rock.
And here we go. Round 5.
A very early miss there from Stardust Prism, I do believe, actually. Not sure. I think. Wait, is he? Did he miss? I think he did. I think he did miss though.
Yeah,
so it's going to give
he
it
did. And that's another one.
A tiny advantage for Colombia at the beginning stage of this map. Okay, somewhat struggling actually Stardust Prism after a C on, but a double is coming from Colombia. So 2v1 actually. They had a tiny buffer due to those many misses coming from Stardust Prism, who's currently at a 96 percent accuracy actually. So somewhat struggling in the beginning stage of this map.
Oh, that miss from Stardust Prism, that was the first miss after the 200 combo mark. And now those next two coming in from Dele and Ling Lily gonna trade.
Only help me please Anshu with the double S currently. But I believe the scores, the combos are pretty much tied, and it's going to stabilize the score difference about 40,000 points in favor, actually 30,000 points in favor of Colombia, but Ling Lily dropping there. It's going to give some more leeway towards Colombia. They do seem to be holding on everyone above 200 combos, so it's huge for Colombia.
Colombia in control, nearing the halfway mark of this Hard Rock pick. All the combos now getting up there. Ling Lily still trying to recover the last one. And now up to that 200 combo mark still. Waiting for some misses to be punished. And so far, nothing else. Colombia maintaining the advantage. Dele is going to drop though. And here comes Vietnam. Help me please goes down. Stardust Prism will trade one of them back. Dele goes down again though.
I think Vietnam needs one more miss from Colombia though to switch that score advantage. Actually, it's going to get quite close.
Yeah, no, it's going to get close with these combos right now.
Definitely. Shu actually still on the SS actually, so great performance coming from Shu on the top right corner.
Coming into the final quarter, this score gap is going to get very, very tight as these combos approach 200. Ling Lily and Stardust Prism going down double miss. That's just what Colombia needed.
And no one of Colombia trading that, so that's just pure cap. Actually, Dele does end up trading it, but it's only 2 misses in favor of one, and they're capitalizing on this. One's with a huge combo. Shu actually also drops, so no more full combos on the board, and Colombia's just taking away right now.
And Juanzi's actually going to have a shot to get MVP over Shu here.
I do believe that's going to be the case, and Juanzi helping piece on the bottom side, performing really well on this Hard Rock 2, Hard Rock 1 pick. Stardust Prism Lily dropping twice, Dele trading once, but I don't think that's going to matter. I think Colombia has this one wrapped up. Beautiful performance coming from Juanzi with an early slip up above 1,000 combo.
Big combo, and he's going to drop at the end.
I think he missed the last 3 notes, or last 4 notes even, but then again, didn't matter. Beautiful performance coming from Juanzi. Shu being the MVP by about 2,000 points, but especially Ling Lily and Stardust Prism, the bottom side, somewhat struggling. This was a weird pick, actually, in the end, coming from Vietnam. Not to Colombia breaks back immediately, so that means we're looking back at a tight match soon if Colombia were to convert or pick into a point. Barnsley especially, and LP Please as well. Two of them have been playing really, really well in my opinion. Definitely MVPs for Colombia right now.
Jawanzi really doing the damage on that last pick there. Now, the big question is, how will Colombia try to equalize this match? Do they go for something like a no mod 1? Or do they go back to one of the mod brackets? Perhaps a mixed mod, maybe?
Yeah, double time has been left untouched by both teams. Nothing banned from the double time bracket, but nothing picked either. So there's still 4 juicy double time maps waiting. There's still the hard rock covered as well, which might be something. Well, both teams won on the hard rock pick, so curious to see which team is going to be picking hard rock 3, if any team is going to be picking that at all. Hidden 2 is also open, but I do believe Vietnam is somewhat the advantage on Hidden, given that Hidden trade performance from them. So yeah, not an easy pick coming in from Colombia.
It's going to be double time 3, so we will see the first double time map of the match.
Right, Koihokoro. Double time 3 air, 8 convert, 660 combo if I'm not mistaken. It's really short. This one is definitely a sprint in comparison to the previous 2 picks. It's relatively jumpy, I would say. But I do believe most players should be comfortable with this as well. Probably the easiest map from the double time pool, so that might be the reason why Colombia is just testing the waters for now on double time. Not wanting to go for the hardest one just yet. But we do have a really close match on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. 3-2 score in favor of Vietnam, but Colombia's pick is coming up.
Yeah, and Colombia definitely has had some fight to them. It's just the consistency that's really kind of held them back in this match a little bit. Really could be 3-2 for them.
Definitely. We've seen Narnia coming back for Colombia. Juan's gonna help me please. The 2 rocks are still staying in their places. And I think they'll probably be playing every single map from now on in this match already. On the other side, started Prism, probably the most experienced player in Vietnam, also staying in his shoe as well, but I'm curious to see if Ling Ling Liddy or Marauder or anyone else actually stepping in for Vietnam in that 3rd spot. Yeah, we're waiting that 3rd player from Vietnam, and then we can get things going on double time 3.
Just waiting to figure out that double time roster. Maybe Colombia found a weakness.
Maybe they did.
Who
That would
knows?
be huge for the dynamic of this match, though, if Vietnam were to be able to... Oh, we're unable to play double time properly, then, well, there's still 3 double time picks left off of this one as well, so Colombia can just steamroll double time, and they have a guaranteed tiebreak situation then if Vietnam were to win all of their picks as well. So this is gonna... I mean, this pick is going to be quite informative for both teams, I do believe. And we could have a completely different match in our hands off of this, but it all depends on the performance of Vietnam on this double time pick. But there we go. Star Command has been issued, and Juanzi, help me please in Narnia, trying to get Colombia's 3rd point on the board. Shu started Prism and Ling Ling trying to break back immediately. We have seen already 3 break points in this match, but both teams are also able to convert. Well, actually, only Vietnam 4 break points actually, completely miscounted that. We see Ling Ling Lady Wenshan choosing Hidden with her double time, but Stardust Prism opting to go without Hidden for this one.
We get everyone synced up, and we'll be underway here. This 6th round double time 3 pick from Colombia.
Yeah, early advantage. Actually, Ling Ling and Narnia trading misses in the beginning stage, but Wansi dropping as well, so that's going to give the early advantage to Vietnam.
Again, very early on. Even though this is a very short map, the early misses are the least impactful. That double miss, though, for Colombia is really going to hurt right as the 200 combo mark was reached.
Yeah, no one trading on Vietnam's giving them so much score bonus. And look at them capitalizing on those misses of Colombia. That scoreboard, 200,000 points difference already just because of how short this map is.
Yeah, Ling Ling Lily being the only one of Vietnam who's really kind of somewhat struggling on these double time picks. Stardust Prison and Shu seem to really have it locked down. As I say that, Shu is going to find a miss, but Vietnam still have quite the hefty advantage here. Stardust Prison going down. Wait a minute, they now have no combos. Jawanzi the only combo in the lobby, but has no support from his teammates. Oh, the triple miss!
That's so unfortunate for Colombia. There was a point in this right before that triple miss. They could have capitalized on those misses coming from Vietnam, but sadly, right now they have no combo on the board, and the map is. I don't think there's enough time for Colombia to build any combo to come back from this. And Startup Prism. Actually, we see once again 5 misses coming. Only Narnia holding combo in that pattern. So a lot of misses in the latest stage of this map.
Yeah, that's really going to negate all the combos, and that's just going to benefit Vietnam because they already have a 200k lead.
Yeah, this is another breakpoint coming in, and Vietnam leading 4-2, and Star Prism definitely MVP. Actually, Shu as well. The two of them only with 2 misses, but this pick was not the right pick coming in from Colombia in the end. But well, yeah, it's still a close match, definitely. Curious to see where Vietnam. Where are you going to go now is a question, right?
Yeah, where do you go now for Vietnam, especially? You just win that double time pick on a break point. Vietnam now probably likely to eye up a double time map, potentially. Unless they just stick to the plan.
Yeah, I'm curious to see where Vietnam is going to be taking this. I think perhaps double time 4, obviously another GT convert, but it's quite different, higher radar as well. They go for Hard Rock 3, so they stay away from double time. For some reason, Vietnam is not feeling on double time just yet, but they go for the covered Hard Rock. I'm not sure if this is the best pick coming from Vietnam, given the Colombia's performance on Hard Rock 1, but this one is, well, a little more difficult than Hard Rock 1 and a little less long, so might be a reason for Vietnam picking this. But some weird picks coming in from both teams, in my opinion.
What do we know?
Yeah, obviously we're just bystanders and we have no clue about the practice scores from both teams, right? Colombia could have had a triple SC and double time 3 in practice for all we know. So I definitely could be completely wrong. I'm most likely completely just wrong about the fact that this is a weird pick coming from Vietnam. About the map, it's a convert. It's 2 minutes in length. It's relatively similar to Hard Rock 2 in my opinion. The ending is quite hard as well. There's one pattern right before the lost slider that has caught a lot of people off guard. I'm not sure if I think there's only like 4 or 5 Cs out of all players at this point on this map. So I do expect quite a lot of people to drop there. We see Startup Prism and Ling Ling Lee once again choosing Hidden with the Hard Rock as if they've been doing the entire match so far.
Well, here we go. On to the 7th map of this match. Help me please, we'll find the early miss here for Colombia. Vietnam picking the Hard Rock Convert. Shu will be the first miss for Vietnam. Help me please trading it back as Jawanzi and Ling Ling Lily also trade. Only Delhi and Stardust Prism as Prism goes down.
Yeah, we see once again a lot of missing this early stage of this map, and Delhi dropping no more full combos on the board. But I think there's a tiny combo advantage in favor of Colombia, so that's going to give them a slight buffer in the beginning stage of the map. But help me please dropping there is going to switch that back immediately in favor of Vietnam.
And at the break, both sides going to see that both sides really kind of struggling with it. This one very much up in the air at the halfway mark. Vietnam with the edge and the combo advantage. Stardust Prism dropping. There it goes. Kelly and Ling Ling Lily trading. And now it is...
So many misses everywhere. Shu and Juanzi right now, the only individuals with combo right now. But that is a 20,000 score advantage in favor of Vietnam. They're like half miss ahead. Making 1.5 miss, because Delhi ends up dropping as well. But Startup Prism ends up draining it. There's so many misses happening. Shu dropping. Only Juanzi with a combo above 200. That's huge for Colombia, actually.
Everyone's down but Jawanzi. It's all on Jawanzi. The Stardust Prism goes down again. Ling Ling Lily goes down. Delhi goes down. Shoes down. It's only Joanzi, and Joanzi is going to pull this back with Help Me Please.
And look at that score difference. It's loading up right now. Beautiful performance coming from Juanzi.
The clutch
Nope.
from Joanzi. And the map is coming to an end. As long as Joanzi can nail the ending. Oh, down he goes. Double miss for Vietnam to trade it, though. Stardust Prism is going to try to pull it at the end. Misses from everyone. And it is Vietnam. Oh, my goodness. By 2-3. What is that, like 600?
What?
That is less than 1,000.
Vietnam won by 583 points. That is
Oh my
absolutely
Lord.
heartbreaking for Colombia. What on earth?
Oh,
we just
Joanzi
witness?
with such an effort. Really deserved the point.
Oh my goodness.
But Vietnam denying them at the brink.
That is insane. That is actually so close and so unfortunate for Juan because that was a beautiful performance. That was insane, actually. But Vietnam now at 4 match points. This is odd. This gives such a different dynamic to this match, right? If Colombia were to break back, it's so unfortunate for them.
Wow. That's tragic.
Oh, that is insane. I didn't actually see who hit the ending part, but I think someone from Vietnam did, and that was a difference maker. It was that close. And
I think it was
insane.
actually Lingland Lily, if I'm not mistaken, because
Could be.
or it was either Stardust. I'll have to go back and watch because there's just so many misses coming in back and forth. And it's going to be Nomad 1 that Colombia go with, which, you know, I don't blame them. I mean, you're down in the loser's bracket, back against the wall, tournament life on the line.
Yeah.
Nomad 1's not the worst idea.
This is a very reasonable pick coming from Colombia. I do like it. But wow, I'm still amazed by that Hard Rock 3. That was so unfortunate for Colombia. But beautiful from Vietnam. They were able to capitalize on that last miss from Juanzi and just bring it home right at the end. And we're seeing Movie Time Clock making his reappearance from Maroda as well. So Shu and Lingling Liddy only being used for speed picks, being hard to double time. On the other side, Juanzi helped me place the two of them once again on the bottom side and then Dele on the top side. Wow, that was insane. Alright, we're going into Nomad 1. The map's 2 minutes 22 in length and it's swing style, so lower BPM and the map's consistently hard in my opinion, so there's no free combo and there's pretty much, you can miss everywhere on it. But I do believe most people should be quite comfortable on it. Curious to see where this is going to go. Let's keep in mind it's a loose bracket match and Colombia is facing 4 match points. Their backs are against the wall. This is a tournament live on the line. They're facing elimination. And Vietnam, they're on their way on finishing at least top 24 if they're able to break Colombia on their Nomad 1 pick. So for both teams, a lot on the line right now.
Also, quick reminder, the winner of this match will get Germany next week in the losers bracket. So Germany awaiting the winner.
Yeah, we've seen early miss coming from Help Me Please at around 10 combo. If Vietnam were to triple FC, that's going to matter, but I'm quite certain, given the situation of this match, it's not going to be happening, so it shouldn't matter too much.
Either way,
But
Colombia
it's
have played a pretty brilliant match here.
Definitely.
And here we go, building to that first key eye of the map. Time clock is going to miss Maroda as well. That's a double miss from Vietnam, so Colombia early advantage.
Yeah, Juanzi, Dele, and Help Me Please, all 3 of them above 200 combos, so full capitalization on those misses of Vietnam. Only started Prism on the other side.
Another miss from Maroda.
Started Prism only has 95% accuracy, actually.
Yeah, I don't know
And
what's
still
going on
holding
there.
Still holding on to the full combo, but it ends up dropping though, so we kind of curse him there, and that's going to be a huge advantage for Colombia. That's 150,000 points because 3 of them are holding on to near triple FC, right? So beautiful performance coming in from Colombia in the first half of this match.
Yeah, absolutely phenomenal stuff, and Colombia going to find their first miss. That's Help Me Please going down in the midsection there, but still 2 FCs coming out of Delhi and Juanzi. Colombia still with a hefty advantage as Vietnam are now just recovering their combos. Delay is going to drop, so now Vietnam are going to be able to start pulling stuff back.
All eyes on Zhuangzi once again. Can he hold it together for his team? Help me please and some dropping. No trades coming from Vietnam, and Zhuangzi dropping as well. Oh no.
Oh no, here comes Vietnam. The triple miss from Colombia. Colombia now desperately racing to get those combos back up. And Vietnam are there. Delay going down again. Vietnam in the lead. Into the last sections of the map. They're going to pull off the heist. Colombia needs some misses right now from Vietnam or it is over. Where did these recoveries come from out of Marota and Stardust Prison?
It's absolutely insane. Once again, heartbreaking for Colombia. And we're lost player of this map, and I don't think... Well, that's
it?
way too huge. Oh my goodness. Vietnam came out of nowhere.
Look, but look at these scores. All 900Ks. All 900Ks. Or better.
Started Prism, I believe, missed 40 droplets in that map, by the way. That's insane as well. But honestly, great performance coming from Vietnam. And Colombia, so hard break for them. They had a really great match. Those last two picks were just wrong side of the coin, I believe the saying is. And that's just unfortunate for Colombia. That is Vietnam taking it home 6-2.
Yeah, despite it being a 6-2 scoreline, Colombia were still very much competitive throughout most of the match. It was still very entertaining to at least watch. And Colombia, I'm sure they'll be happy with at least getting some points on the board and at least being competitive in a match. I'm sure they'll be content with that.
Yeah, we saw a really promising performance coming from Zhuangzi in particular, in my opinion. Definitely a rock for the Colombian team. Put out a lot of good scores, so that's promising for upcoming years. But sadly, we already have to say goodbye to Colombia this year. In the 25th to 32nd place. In Vietnam, your winners on the screen right now: Shu, Stardust Prism, Lingnan Lily, Marota, Hui Time Clock, and Namas Pro are continuing forward in the loser bracket, where they'll be facing Germany in the quarterfinals loser bracket. And they have guaranteed themselves a top 24 placement this year, so that is also really good coming from Vietnam.
Indeed, indeed. Well, that is going to do it for now. We're going to be taking a short break on stream for about an hour, a little bit over an hour. 17 UTC, our next match. The United States will be taking on Poland in the round of 16. Then we'll have the UK and Norway, and we'll be rounding out the weekend with Turkey and Sweden. Those two matches, final two matches, all in the same block.
Yes, indeed. So be sure to check USA vs. Poland in about an hour from now. That one's going to be really close, in my opinion. A winner bracket match, so both teams are staying in the tournament after this week. But on the other side, UK and Norway and Turkey and Sweden, we're going to be saying goodbye to two of those four teams, given those are still two loser bracket matches. So still a lot to happen on the later stage of this weekend.
Yes, indeed. Well, that is going to be all for us now. So come back in about an hour. Make sure you're followed to the OS Live Twitch channel so you get that notification whenever the channel goes live. And be sure to check out a banner in the OS Live store. Maybe consider purchasing one to support your favorite team and support the tournament prize pool. Quentin, it was awesome casting with you.
Pleasure's all mine, Dolan. This has been a dream come true, honestly. I saw you cast a couple of times in the previous years, and being here with you for the very first time ever, it's definitely an honor for me. Let's put it that way.
Oh, the pleasure is all mine, my friend. Hey, you're still playing in the tournament. You've done something I haven't done yet.
You'll get there soon.
I've been here for 5 years. Still in the booth. They've locked me in here.
I believe, though. I believe. Next year. Next year's the year.
They don't even give me my mail. Help. Anyway,
All right,
we'll be seeing you guys in about 1 hour. We'll catch you guys later.
Yeah, take care, everyone.